All right, we're starting things off a little earlier. All right, hope that didn't catch anybody off guard. Okay, I'm only doing this to give time for everybody to kind of like chime in and pretty much show and tell and share with your friends, family, coworkers, all that good stuff, and obviously whoever else you understand needs to see this, which I do believe that everybody needs to see this, or as many people as possible at least. And yeah, so I'm gonna give you guys a few minutes to pretty much prep and share the stream, share the stream. All right. And as you're sharing the stream, just let them know, like pretty much in advance and ahead of time, the everybody in the chat area, what's going on, guys? Predator Poachers Ohio, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate your presence. Rebecca, Jacqueline, Big Man, everybody who is on the stream right now. I want to tell you guys that I love you all from the bottom of my heart. I don't know you guys personally, at least not all of you. And I really do appreciate you stopping by the channel to show some love, support, and just pretty much chime in and check this stream out. I really am beyond grateful, and you guys are the best. Yeah, so I'm gonna give you guys just a few more minutes to share the stream with everybody else. It's gonna be some good stuff, guys, because obviously I want to allow Polo to pretty much express himself and pretty much let everybody know what he's all about as a human being, as a person, as an individual, and obviously as a predator poacher and all that good stuff. And I do believe he deserves a lot more attention, love, and support than what he does. And yeah, so another minute, and I'm gonna keep letting you guys share the stream with everybody else. And everybody that's showing up on the chat area, I completely thank you. I have no amount of words to show my gratitude right now. I am beyond grateful. I mean, I'll keep saying it 1,000 times on the stream, how much I appreciate you guys taking the time out today just to stop by and check the stream out. I highly appreciate it. Yeah, I got you, bro. I got the link ready and everything. And but before I do that, see, I got an alarm clock for everything. I'm gonna do a quick intro to invite Polo on. So I'm gonna do this speech real quick, all right? And then I'm gonna share the link to them so you can get on. All right. So and now introducing this great man who's doing the Lord's work out here on the streets through the Predator Poachers brand, with currently over 12,000 subscribers on his YouTube channel, Predator Poachers Central Florida, which includes 25 catch videos posted, with the first catch video being posted in February 25th of this year, 2020. That's about 4 months, give or take. I present to you the man, the myth, the legend, and Mr. Have a Bad Day himself, all right? And I'm bringing on here real quick so you can hop on. Introducing the man, the myth, the legend. And whenever he's ready, he's going to hop on. As soon as he pops up here, I will definitely, let's see if I can get him on like this. I was going to scream out like, Polo, you know, really, really loud. But, you know, there's people on the other side, and I don't want to, be that one guy who's extremely loud. Let's see. I'm going to wait for him to show up. Make sure on. And there we go. And we got him now. Let's see.
What's up, man?
I know if his internet is. Let's see if I can. All right, can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Yep, I can hear you.
Is it just me, or I can't hear? I can see you,
Can
brother.
you hear me?
Can't hear
Can
you,
you hear
though.
me? All right, 1 second. I might have to switch over to the computer.
Sounds.
Hold on.
Can anybody else hear him, or is it just me? Because I can see you, I just can't hear you. Let me see if, yeah, I don't want to take the microphone off here, but let's see. All right, hello?
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you now, brother.
Can you hear me?
All
All
right.
right, good. I was about to switch over to the computer.
Okay. I think it was me. I think it was my fault because I had the microphone on and I just unplugged it right now. So I think that was the problem. So you guys can hear us both, correct?
Yeah. Headphones.
Just want to make sure everybody can hear us both. I have one person saying that they can hear us both.
All right, cool.
Let's see. If you can hear us both, just give like a quick high five or wave. All right. So I got more people saying yes. Okay. So Polo, my man, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. On behalf
Absolutely.
of everybody on the chat area, I want to give you my extreme gratitude. All right. And that's from the heart. And you know how I am. You've talked to me a few times already through Instagram. You know I don't really play. I'm pretty straightforward.
Absolutely.
And I really do appreciate you stopping by. This channel is fairly small, but this is why a lot of people love you and support you, because even though that's the case, you said sure, when can we do this, and no
Right.
and no doubts and all that, and I highly appreciate that, brother. So
Absolutely, man.
everybody on here, I'm gonna let you say hi to everybody on here real quick.
Absolutely. What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna try to pull this chat up real quick on the internet, so because I'm on my phone right now. But yeah, what's up, everybody? Thank y'all for coming over here. I appreciate the hell out you. You already know. And we'll go ahead and get started.
All right. So Polo, the first few set of questions that I have are going to be a bit personal.
Okay.
But I'm going to allow you to answer however you want to, express yourself freely.
Right.
I've got this nice backdrop just to make you feel, classy and all that good stuff. So I hope
high class.
All right, brother. So here we go. Okay.
All right.
So it's a lot of questions, guys. So excuse me if I'm not all there and have all the questions in my brain and I have them on my phone, because it's a lot of questions. So we're going to get into it, okay? All right. So for anybody who has not come across your content just yet, okay, who is Polo, all right? And what are you currently known for?
Polo is just a degenerate. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just a guy from Central Florida, man, that catches predators, man, and I'm passionate about it. I'm a barber, I'm a father, I'm a husband, and many things. But I guess I'm here for being a predator catcher.
Well, that's what I want people who don't know you yet just to kind of like get the gist of, right. I mean, you're, like you said, your father, obviously you're a son, you're your husband, you're a barber, but people who haven't come across your videos or your content, they might be asking, why should I be on here? Why should I be, watching this stream right now? So that's gonna give them pretty much a little taste of what to expect on the next set of questions. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So to start off, what is your background like? How was your upbringing like, your family and all that stuff?
I had 3 brothers. I grew up with a single mother. My father died whenever I was 2 years old, so I definitely felt poverty in a decent part of my life. So I guess that's kind of where they get this whole humble ass dude thing. Because I've seen the darkness, man. Like I'm up out of it now. I still have those days, but I'm try to be as humble as possible, man. I came from definitely humble upbringings, most definitely.
Very nice. And that's something that I don't want to completely compare myself because no one is like anybody else, but
Right.
I can completely understand you. You know, a lot of people know that I'm a pastor's son and all that.
Right.
But nobody saw that we went from apartment complex to apartment complex, to one car that doesn't even work.
They never see the struggle. They
Oh,
never
no,
see the struggle.
Never. Oh, he's a pastor.
Never do.
He's doing great. No, not really.
Right. It's just like people see my videos and they assume, I mean, because of the growth that I've seen in the past 3 months, 4 months, that I'm making hella money and this, that, and the third. You know, most of the money I make goes right back into me traveling and stuff. You know, some of the channels that don't travel as much, maybe they're making some good money, but I'm putting it right back into it, man. I'm passionate about it, you know. So it is what it is. It's not about the money for me right now. The money will come, you know. The money will come.
Very good. I appreciate that about you as well. I mean, and I'm gonna try to do like a little pause here and just, you know, interject this comment.
Absolutely.
But a lot of people, they have the wrong idea because, like you just said, you know, they think, oh man, he's making millions off of these videos and thousands. And I'm like, you obviously don't know how YouTube works, do you?
Right.
Not
right. As far as YouTube revenue alone, like that's not. I'm not making nowhere near that.
Thank you, and that's what I want you to like tell everybody and let everybody know. You know,
you get like for anybody who doesn't know, you get like $2 per 10,000 views on YouTube. So yeah,
YouTube revenue 101.
I mean, thank God that I have some, you know, diehard supporters that want to see me put in this work and stuff like that. That are helping me every step of the way, and you know, all the love and support goes back to them because, you know, if it wasn't for them, it wouldn't be happening. You know, it really wouldn't be.
And another pause right now before I get to my next question, guys. If you are not already subscribed to Predator Poachers Central Florida, please, for the love of God, give this guy some love and support, all right? Like he just said, whatever he does get goes back into investing into the channel and investing into what he does. So keep that in mind as you watch the stream, okay? All right, so next question. What do you believe in? You know, your general outlook on life. Like what does Polo you know, think of like God and all that stuff? And I don't get too personal. If you want to answer it, that's fine.
Right. No, I'm here. I'll answer. I'll answer all your questions. I do believe in God. I wouldn't call myself like a quote unquote Bible thumper or anything like that.
Right.
I definitely grew up in a non-denominational church. And I went to church every Sunday, but I was very rebellious as a child. So growing up, I still kind of have a problem with authority. So they pushed it. I grew up in like a real hardcore family that was about the Bible. Well, my grandmother, my dad's half of the family was. So and they pushed it. So I kind of backed off from it. But as an adult now, you know, I might not go to church as much as I should. But I definitely give God all the glory for, you know, anything that happens in my life positive, you know. You know, I have dark times like anybody else, and I'm like, why would this happen and stuff? But you know, I do believe in God. I do, man. For sure.
That's good to hear, man, because like I said earlier, you're doing the Lord's work, and there's no doubt in that at all. And I'm pretty sure He's happy with what you're doing out there on the streets. So
right, for sure.
All right, so what are some of the personal goals and dreams that you have, both short term and long term in your life?
As far as with just life in general or predator catching, okay. So eventually, I am a barber. I want to get further into the business owning aspect of being a barber. Also with predator catching, because this has become over these past 3 months, this has become like one of my main focuses. Of course, I'm a father. I want to be, you know, the best father I can be. But I want to keep traveling. I want to continue to travel and see that growth in my channel, you know, because I look at some people's channels and I'm like, man, like my content is just that good. I don't promote really. I just put the videos out there and let them do what they're gonna do, you know. But yeah, I want to see growth, man, which I already have, and I'm definitely humbled by the amount of growth that I have seen. But I want to continue to see it, man. I want to continue to grow and you know, and honestly, to tell you the truth, I'm making those steps behind the scenes and stuff like that to make sure that I'm making a bigger impact, man. Because what a lot of people see isn't all that's going on behind the scenes. I'm busting my behind to try to make a big impact with this stuff, man. And that's just what it is, man. I want to see growth. I want to continue.
That's very good, bro. That's very wise of you. That's very smart of you. I can't wait to see that when you actually do end up posting it somewhere. I'm gonna be right there, right behind you, 100%.
Absolutely.
And so another pause. And I'm gonna do quick small pauses in between because just sometimes I'll get a question that I didn't have down here. Real quick, I mean, if you want to and can, how old are you?
I'm 25 years old.
25. This man is 6 years younger than me. You're 6 years younger than me, man.
Yeah.
So
yeah, when I tell people my age, they're like, what the hell? Because I mean, I've been on my own since I was 16, turning 17, man. So it's hard for me. Like I was dealing with grown-up things whenever I was that when I was that young. So yeah. I don't know, man. I got 2 kids and things like that. So it is, you know. I definitely feel a lot older than 25, man.
Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad because the reason why I'm asking is because how young you are right now and how much good you're doing in the world and for the world is a big deal. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's not a lot of people that are my age or older that are taking the time to do what you do or have the courage to do what you're doing. So
absolutely.
Right? So you already answered one of these questions, but I guess I'll just ask you again in case you want to get in depth here. Are you married and do you have children?
Yeah, I'm married. I've been married for like 6 years, man, and I got 2 kids and 1 on the way. So yeah, I'm married.
Like you said it earlier, I'm like, oh man, he answered that.
Yeah, no, I answered it a little bit quickly, man. But that's one of them things, though, man. I'm a proud father, man. Like I always make sure anybody that really follows me knows that I have children. They know that I love my children, and they're my number one. So it kind of just comes out almost immediately when I meet somebody or something like that, you know.
Very good. That's how it's supposed to be, man. I mean, I'm not a father yet myself, surprisingly, but but that's a good way to be, you know, like automatically, like, you know, my family's first. That's really good, bro. I honor that, so that's good.
Absolutely.
This is gonna be one of the last personal questions, and then we'll move on to the serious stuff. Okay.
All right. So,
what are some of your hobbies? What do you do in your spare time to either have fun or to relax?
So my hobbies just recently, I mean, this started out a hobby, and for people that don't know about predator catching, man, it quickly becomes a full-time job, man. It really does. And you know, then you got the people that say we shouldn't be paid and stuff like that. That's, you know, everybody's able to have their own opinion, but this is most definitely a full-time job. And it started out a hobby. Now it's not so much. My hobbies that I partake in now, I really enjoy like taking care of my animals and stuff like that. I have, you know, chickens, goats, stuff like that. So I enjoy that. That's more of a hobby for me. And just being with my children, man. And as far as like relaxing, I gotta figure out how to do that because I don't do that very much, man. I got anxiety and stuff like that. So when I'm chilling, I'm not chilling. You know, it's hard. You know, it's difficult. It really is. It's difficult, man. It's something I'm working on.
I completely understand, bro.
Right.
You know, before I move on, like I've said in some of my streams, you know, I work.
Wait, hold on 1 second. what is Alex talking about? 25 bragging about? I think he's talking about
your age, maybe, or
no, I think he's talking about Rami. He's just putting my name in there. I don't know. Alex strongly dislikes Rami, so I don't know. But we'll ignore that. We'll continue. Sorry about that.
No problem, no problem. All right, so 1 second, because now I have to fit. Okay, so before I continue, please, guys, the only thing I ask in the chat area, all right, is try to keep the drama to a minimum or to none at all. We're trying to focus on the subject at hand here, and try to give Polo some time and all that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
so I
for sure.
appreciate you guys if you can keep that to a minimum.
Yeah,
all right,
I agree.
So yeah, bro. Now we're gonna get into the nitty gritty, the serious questions, and I do believe the first question, which is not even on here, but like I said earlier, I have to make pauses in between to actually add and insert questions that are not on here. But so, and you can be, like I said earlier, you can answer it or not, or however you want to do it. Is there something, whether it be in your childhood, teen years, or whatever,
right,
that help motivate or inspire you to do what you do today?
To do what I do? Yeah, most definitely. A lot of people do know this. I've kind of learned to come to terms with it and talk about it a little bit more. It's one of the things that definitely pushes me to do what I do. I was a victim of sexual abuse as a child. And it's something that I dealt with for a long time. I lived in denial about it, and just like anybody else that has been through that certain type of thing. So, I just remember being helpless. I was very young. I was very, very young whenever it happened to me. I remember being helpless. And as a man, if I can stop somebody else from going through that, then I'm going to. And I was just speaking about it with some predator poachers the other day. I'm totally happy about us being able to catch the people that we are able to catch, but I so wish, and I know in the very near future we will find a way to do it and dig deeper into it. But I wish that we could find some of these guys that are going after these 4, 5, 6-year-old kids. And in a lot of cases, some of the ones we catch, they are going after them as well. Yeah, that's really what pushes me, man. I was a victim myself, which kind of makes my tolerance low for the people that do it, I guess, I don't know, just as like a mockery or something like that. Because I get, you can ask, I'm gonna drop a video Saturday, and I'm sure you've seen sometimes whenever I get out there, man, it's kind of hard for me to hold my composure sometimes. Because I really want to do more than I do, But at the end of the day, we're trying to get convictions, So
yes,
even if it's not a reality right now, if we don't continue, it won't be a reality ever,
So real quick before we continue, I want to say that's some very powerful things that you said earlier, bro.
Right.
Because I want to say half the time, or a little bit more than half the time, the victims eventually either becum the predators
right
themselves,
exactly
or just don't say anything at all.
Exactly. And that's why it pisses me off. Excuse my language, I try to keep that to a minimum, but it angers me whenever I see these people and they're like, oh, I was harmed as a child, so therefore I'm continuing the cycle. Like, why in the heck would you ever want to do that? But you're right, it either goes one or two ways. You either continue that cycle. For me, I've never even thought about doing nothing like that. You know what I mean? I took that, and I remember how helpless I felt. Why would I want to make somebody else feel like that? So yeah, you either continue the cycle or you stand up and make a difference, man. I'm not doing this. It's I might have fun sometimes out there, or try to make light of it, because if I don't make light of it sometimes, I will lose my cool and composure, so whenever, sometimes you might see in a video me, like I made the guy dance or something like that, that's really me making myself not lose my cool.
Of course.
That's really me making myself not lose my cool, and still and still being productive, you know.
Exactly. That's very true.
So
it's funny that you just said that, because what I really enjoy out of your videos is, I don't know who picks the titles and the thumbnails for the videos, but y'all do a great job, because I think one of them says, Florida man's like happy days are over. And the guy looks like the Fonz. Like,
it looks like Henry Winkler or whatever. Yeah.
And I was like, yo, that made complete sense. He looks just like him, basically. Like, he was like roller or something. And that's you giving your touch, but once again, still staying productive and doing what you need to do.
Right.
I was watching a video earlier. It was one of the first videos, I believe. The guy who's like the black guy who's in the car, and he said, "Oh, I'm a Christian man," or whatever. And you kind of like laughed it off, like, bro, you're like the third or fourth person that.
Oh yeah, yo, that is like number one excuse. I'm a Christian, or you know, come on, you're making other people look bad. But you know,
exactly.
Not to get off topic, but the Bible talks about that. It talks about false people out there claiming what they're not, you know, what they're not doing. Man, it really does.
Exactly. But I enjoy all that stuff, the little things.
Absolutely.
To make sure things don't get out of hand.
And, right.
And that's the most important part is you wanting to kind of like shred this guy to pieces, and
most definitely.
But you're like, woosah,
right?
The help of the conviction, hopefully the cops see this and that I'm not doing anything to harm you.
Right.
And put that into consideration. So
absolutely, because there's a lot of times whenever you know, people are like, oh, I would have just beat him up or whatever, something like that. It's like, look, if I did that, first and foremost, it wouldn't be on camera. Nobody would ever know about it, and it would only happen one time, and then I'm going to jail, and I'm going to be taken away from my family, my children, and then the movement stops on my part. And I take this very seriously, you know.
That's very smart and very wise of you. So for a young guy, you're very wise.
Absolutely.
So now you mentioned, the whole organization and all that. When and why did you approach Predator Poachers for the opportunity of working under their franchise?
So I dropped my first video, whenever that, like 4 months ago, whatever.
Right.
And it started out just talking to Alex. Alex was one of the only people that would message me back with just simple questions. I would message him, what should I do? Like, because at first I didn't understand the whole police working with a situation. I thought that it was going to be as simple, just like everybody else probably does, on the outside looking in. Thought it would be as simple as, call the police, 911. I got a guy here, da-da-da-da. And it doesn't work like that. So I was asking Alex about it. He was getting back to me and stuff like that. I ended up sending him a video, and he was like, you know what? I like your video and stuff like that. I think you should come under the Predator Poachers. And, I didn't know much about like the whole community then, because it was all fresh and stuff. I was fresh to this, But that's what I grew to enjoy about it, the camaraderie in a way. I'm introverted, so I don't communicate as much as some other people do. But I enjoyed that about it, and plus it was like the exposure. Maybe I figured maybe I could get more views and stuff that way, stuff like that. And then over time I grew to kind of like Alex a little bit. I mean, he's ugly, but nah, he's all right, man. He's good. He's good. He's young. A lot of people misunderstand him. He's young, man. And that's just what it boils down to. But speaking personally, meeting him and stuff, me and him had a lot of one-on-one conversations. And he really showed me that he is a decent person.
Good. Because I'm not gonna lie, as you know already, I'm very honest.
Right, for sure. That's what I respect about you, man. A lot of people don't respect that. They don't like to hear the bad things and stuff like that. But and I'll be honest with you too. Whenever I first watched your video, I was like, he's just a Rami fan. He hates everybody else, and he's just a Rami fan. But then I seen you say something. You said something that you were being truthful. You said something that was not really negative, but it was true about Rami. You were like, I didn't really like that he did this, da-da-da. And at that moment, I was like, okay, he's not just a yes man. And I respect that in a person, first and foremost. If you're not a yes man, I respect that. You know what I'm saying? Too many people are yes mans. You know, and I respect just the straight up honesty. You know, sometimes we need to be told about our BS. You know.
Oh yeah, oh, yeah. And
You
I'm
know.
glad you brought all this up because remember yesterday how someone said on the live stream, oh, I think it was on your stream, but I was on there and someone said, oh, he's a Ronnie fan or whatever, and you're like, oh, you know,
Yeah.
Here's the thing, guys. You know, and I'm gonna try to break this down very quick because this is not about Ronnie, but when you enter something and you are impacted by something specific that kind of like marks you and sets kind of like a precedent. And it's kind of like if you were to see basketball for the first time,
Right.
and you see whatever Scottie Pippen playing and he has a great game,
You see your first people. Yeah, exactly.
in your mind, you're like, he's the greatest. Like,
yeah, he's the best. Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing too. Man, I've tried to. I try to think about things diplomatically. Now I haven't seen all of your videos, but the ones I have, you've been, you know, straight up about. But I try to think about things diplomatically, and I'm not. It's not very smart nor wise of me to hate somebody based on who they like. You know, it's just not. Man, I'm grown. I ain't got time for the little kid games, man. I'm out here trying to make a difference, and I just appreciate. We have so many people out here talking down on us and stuff like that. It's just like you try to block that out, but it's refreshing whenever you hear somebody that's like, okay, these guys did something good. I like what they did, you know, and not just all the time, you know, bad things, man.
And another thing is, you know, the only reason why I've shared mostly, if not all, just Rami content is because up until a few days ago, he was the only one that has given me permission to do so, to share his content on my channel. Right. And, you know, I've been very careful to not be all over the place. Like, hey, can I share your stuff on? Can I share your stuff? Because I don't want to come off as like some kind of like leech or something. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
That's very, you know.
I get that completely. And one thing about me, man, I'm not a type of guy. I'm not gonna think something about somebody based on what somebody else says. Everybody's that way at one point in their life, and then you learn. You're like, hold on, let me sit back, let me gather what I think about this person personally, and then go from there. But as far as that, like the seemingly like a leech, I totally understand that. But you know, we need channels that are supportive of us, man. And honestly, I'll say this right now. If we gave half of the attention, and I'm saying we just as a general statement, not anybody specific, just we as in the general public, if we gave half the attention to somebody talking about something positive as we did somebody talking about something negative, then these hate channels would not have thousands of subscribers. You know, and I know you're building your way up, but you know they wouldn't have more subscribers than you. You would have way more if we gave half of the attention that we give to the negative stuff to the positive stuff. And I'm just that type of person, man. I'm not giving attention to negative stuff. Every once in a while, it might get the best of me in the comment section or something like that, and I say something. But other than that, I'm trying to promote positivity, man. That's it.
Good. And just before I move forward with the questions. Real quick, I did get your permission also a few days ago, I believe, because like I said, I wasn't trying to like ask everybody, every poacher.
Yeah.
But I did ask a few days ago, and you did give me permission, and I'm going to be working on it as well. So that way, everybody knows, like, hey, he's not only for Rami, he supports anybody and everybody who's on board with this movement in general. Right. So I'm going to be doing that soon. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
So I guess this kind of like you kind of answered it earlier, but maybe you could expand on it. What and who motivated or inspired you to attend this line of work or community activism?
Honestly, most of it was like what I spoke about earlier. You know, I dealt with a lot growing up, man. Like some people are they don't understand the seriousness behind actual sexual abuse, man. It will ruin you. It really will, and it won't ruin you. It'll ruin you when you're a kid. Don't get me wrong. It'll ruin you when you're a kid, but it'll really hit hard whenever you get in your 20s. It's gonna hit you like a bag of rocks, and you're not gonna know what it's about or anything like that. So that really motivated me to try and make a change, because this is an outlet for me. That's why I stay away from the negativity and the negative things people say about me. I kind of try to brush it off as much as possible, because this is an outlet to me. I might not be making the difference that they want to see, but at the end of the day, I'm the one out here doing what I feel like is my civic duty. So I'm doing the difference that I want to see. And everything is a progress. You know, you're not gonna just get it right on the first try. You know, you're gonna continue going until you find a way to get it right, and then you're gonna stick with that. You know, but yeah, that. And I mean, of course, I watched like the videos growing up, Chris Hansen and stuff.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Right. I watched that stuff, but you know what? I never thought that I would be doing this type of stuff. I just one day I was like, you know what? I learned how to do this off of and it blows my mind, because some people don't like know how to do this, and I understand that. But I basically learned how to do this on my own, like by watching just screenshot. You know, a lot of the videos, they used to have the screenshots going and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, what site was this? What texting app did they use? And I kind of use common sense to go with it through there. But yeah, of course, I mean, I used to watch Alex and stuff. I mean, I still do, but yeah, I was there. I wouldn't say like a fanboy or nothing like that, because I've seen some pretty you know,
I know.
But I was enough of a supporter of him to reach out and talk. And that's what I respected about him, as he messaged back. You know, a lot of these other predator catchers, they didn't message back. They get a big head, man. I don't like that. I don't like that, man.
And taking that for a moment, you know, here I am publicly saying that in that sense, I give big props to Alex. Okay, I'm saying it right now. That way, you know, anybody who has anything different to say about how I usually talk about Alex or whatever, I'm saying right now, I'm very proud that he took that route with you and have you come on board with this this movement. So that's big props to him on that. So that's really good. So how confident are you in what you're doing on a scale from 1 to 10? How confident that what you're doing is right or correct?
Oh man, I feel like what I'm doing is 100% correct. I wish I could do more. You know, these guys need to be taken down, man. Some people don't realize the severity of it. Like I said, you know, I feel like definitely some more should be done. But you know, we're out here learning, man. Like I said, I'll reiterate that we're out here learning, man. And you can't be too hard on somebody's learning on their growth. You know, you gotta wait. I've been doing this for 3-4 months. I am confident in it, you know, to the point where like I know I can get a catch. I can go out there and I can do what I gotta do, and I'm not gonna choke up or nothing like that. Yeah, it makes me feel good. It makes me feel good, man. It really does, because I've caught several people to where I'm like, they would have hurt a child. They would have hurt them, you know, and not just a mentally in a sexual manner. And they would have physically hurt them.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, like they would have physically hurt them, man. Like, you know, sexual trafficking is a huge problem in America right now, in other countries too, but right now, you know, talking about America is a huge problem. So I just want to dig deeper. I really do. I want to continue to dig deeper. I'm not done. I'm going to continue to go, you know. That's just what it is.
Good, so I'm glad you said that, man, because that brings me to my next question, because you kind of like dipped your toe into what I'm going to ask next. But how knowledgeable are you on the laws that revolve around this line of work?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that 1 second?
Yeah.
Okay.
How knowledgeable are you on the laws that revolve around this line of work?
Okay. So yeah, there's honestly, the laws around this aren't as strict as people make them out to be. Okay, we follow the guidelines as if we were law enforcement. Okay, as far as the whole you know, not entrapping them thing. You know, of course, you know, we let them start the sexual talk and stuff like that. I try to be as knowledgeable as possible. to where, you know, I am doing the right thing, and just I want to feel like it's morally right too. I don't want to make, you can't go out there and make somebody be a predator. You know what I'm saying? They're going to show you that they are a predator if they are a predator. But yeah, I think I'm pretty knowledgeable. Of course, I'm no law enforcement officer. I'm not, you know, I'm not an expert in law, but I did do my research before I started doing this. You know, and every police officer that I come in contact, detective, et cetera, tells me that nothing I'm doing is illegal. So, you know, and they see the messages, they see the videos, they see everything, you know.
I'm glad you said that, man, because you know the people that I show your videos to, or any other predator poacher video, you know, they have the concept that, oh, you know, they're just out there, you know, recording, and you know they're not being professional about it. And I'm like, you know, how dare you? These guys, I'm telling you, in advance, they obviously prep themselves. That way, they know that whatever they have, evidence or whatever, is enough to confront the person, and either, you know, have some kind of like what's what I'm looking for, disciplinary act done to this person.
Absolutely. You know? And I know you'll go further in depth about the laws and stuff like that. Yeah. So I'll say what I was about to say for whenever you ask that question. So
All right. So have you established any relationship with law enforcement up until now?
Yeah, a lot of people know. Well, I have things currently in the works, and I can't talk about them right now, just because, you know, I have to build one second, let me plug my phone in. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can still hear you. Yep.
All right, so I basically need to build like a reputation with the people that I have started a relationship of sorts with, as far as getting more done about what I'm doing. So it's going both ways. Now it's starting to go positively. In the beginning, I dropped my first video. A couple days later, 3 Marion County detectives showed up at my house, and they wanted to work with me. They wanted to they wanted to have me be like a CI of sorts for this type of stuff. So we had the meeting, stuff like that. They needed to meet up with the DA. And the DA basically, they shut it down, said it's a huge liability, which I understand. I do understand that it's a liability. So at the same time, they told me, you know, they can't stop me from doing what I'm doing. I did have the unsettling feeling that they were trying to shut me up, though. And that was just the tip of the iceberg of realizing that what I uncovered was way bigger than I originally thought it was.
And that's like, hold up. I need to follow this through. This rabbit hole goes way deeper than what I thought I knew. So I'm gonna keep going, see where this leads me. Very good.
Absolutely, man. Because I felt like, man, they were trying to shut me up. Because they were like, oh, well, let's just not do any more videos. And the detective told me out of their mouth, they said, whenever you drop a video and we don't do anything about it, it makes us look bad. You know,
interesting.
So that's basically what it is, man. You know,
interesting. I'm so glad this is great, because I mean, I'm an introvert myself. I feel really connected with everything you're saying and answering, because it's like connected to what I'm eventually going to ask you or bring up. So I'm glad you said that, brother.
Absolutely.
Right. So on to that, do you think, which you kind of answered already, but once again, I'll let you go into depth. Do you think the police handles the predator situation properly?
Okay. I think they handled the situation within their what do I want to say? They do what they can. Right. You know, in a lot of cases, state by state, these laws differ. So basically, another thing I've realized is there's a lot of laws that protect predators. There really is. They make it very, very hard for somebody like me to get a catch, or in a conviction. They really do. I mean, I have an open case in Osceola County right now. So we'll see where that goes, but it make it very hard for somebody like me to get a conviction. You know, of course, like a lot of these people that just say, "Oh, why don't you call the police? Why do you wait until afterwards and forward it to detectives?" You know, I would love to see the police pull up, say, "Let me look at the text messages, let me look at your evidence," and put them in the back of the cop car, you know, in handcuffs and take them away. That would be the best feeling in the world.
Oh yes.
You know, but unfortunately, right now it doesn't work like that. And honestly, these people that say, "Well, if you're not getting a conviction, why do it?" Basically, they're not realizing, you know, if we were to sit down, just because we're not getting the results that we want right away, we will never get those results. But if we continue to stand, and I'm talking about like real productivity, not people that are just doing this just for the hoorah of it, you know, because okay, it feels good confronting predators and stuff, but really there's something deeper than that for me. There really is. There's something deeper than that for me. You know, if we were just to sit down, we would never get those results. We wouldn't. And I don't feel comfortable knowing, now that I'm this deep into it, I don't feel comfortable. I would not feel comfortable with just sitting down knowing that I could have done something. You know, I really don't, man. I'm telling you, it's bigger than that for me, man. You know, it's about what I went through, what I know other children have gone through, and trying to make it stop. And I know realistically, I don't know. I know realistically it might. There's never going to be an end to this. There's never going to be an end to this. But what we're doing is bringing awareness to it. We're letting the communities know who these people are. And a lot of these people, I get passionate about this. So I guess that's why I talk a lot whenever I'm talking about this stuff. But a lot of these people go unconfronted. They go unconfronted.
Exactly.
My abuser, unconfronted, never confronted a day. Well, not even one day. So a lot of the supporters and stuff like that, they're like, you know what? I've been through sexual abuse, and it makes me feel good seeing you confront this person, because my abuser was never confronted. Exactly. You know, that's why I do let the aggression out sometimes, because I know people are watching this that have been through what I've been through, and it makes them feel good, you know, because let's face facts, a lot of people want to just see us get on these cameras and you know, get real physical with these people. And you know, unfortunately that's against the law, and I'm not trying to go to jail. You know, I'm not. I want to make a statement, but I don't want to go to jail. I mean, don't get me wrong as well. I would behind this movement, I would gladly go to jail behind this movement. That's not something that would stop me. Okay, but morally and stuff like that, I know right from wrong. I was taught right from wrong as a child. I might not have always chose to make the right decision, but I knew right from wrong. You know, and it's just I'm not gonna go out there, you know, beating people's heads in as much as I may want to do that. I'm not gonna do it, man. It's not the right decision. You're not gonna make a big impact off of that. You're gonna do it one time. You're never gonna be able to do it again, because you're gonna go to jail behind it, and you know, nobody's gonna see it. There's gonna be no exposure.
So it's definitely best to do the right way. That way you can keep doing it. So
right, absolutely, man.
So if you had the police watching right now, what would you say the police can improve on how they handle this situation? If you had any advice for them.
So it's funny that you say that, because it's a known fact, and I've been told out of their mouths that the police and detectives do watch a majority of my videos.
Very nice. Very nice.
Not because I'm doing anything wrong, but just because. And you said what would I tell them that they can do but different?
Yes.
So basically, I mean, of course, going back to what a lot of people see and a lot of people say, what I feel that could be done differently is some convictions. And here's the thing. The United States is more concerned about a percentage rate of convictions. They want to be able to say we got a 98% conviction rate, instead of arresting these people and possibly getting a conviction. So I guess I would say don't worry so much about the conviction rate, you know, because in a lot of cases, the reason that and I know a lot of people maybe in this chat room, this chat can go along with what I'm saying. A lot of times people, you hear it repeatedly. Oh, maybe we shouldn't make an arrest because I don't think it would result in a conviction. I don't think it would go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so maybe let's take that chance. Because what this person has done is very horrendous, man. It's it's bad, and it very possibly could have been very, very bad. So maybe make more arrests. Let's make more arrests for these type of people. Let's make sure, and I'm gonna say this real quick. Let's make the sentences longer for these guys. Let's make sure that they get more time, because right now, honestly, whenever I see somebody that was convicted of smoking marijuana, which I don't smoke, but I don't necessarily condone it, but it's still a plant in the earth. You know, when I see somebody getting more time for doing that than what these predators are out here doing, that's backwards. Something's wrong with the laws, man. Something's wrong. You know, these guys should be getting way more time than what they're getting.
1,000% agree on that. And I guess now that you said all that, I'm gonna skip like 2 or 3 of the questions because right now they're irrelevant.
Sorry.
No, you're good. That's a good thing. Because you pretty much answered what I was gonna ask, so that's good. Right. Real quick, we're getting towards the end of the interview, sort of.
All right.
How many times were you able to put a predator away or something similar, just to see them get a slap on the wrist or released early or get nothing?
So I have an open case in Osceola, which they seem to be dragging their backsides, which I know this takes time, but yeah, I have an open case there. Whenever I first started, they were waiting for the DA to make a move so they could make an arrest, and that goes along well with what you just asked. How many times did I see them get a slap on the wrist? They wanted the DA to make a move and say, yeah, I'll go arrest that guy, because they had my information. I brought up my phone and had them run it and stuff like that, pull all the info off of it. You know, they did that, and they still didn't make an arrest. And they told me out of their mouths, you have perfect evidence, like you went to school to do this, but we just can't do anything about it. You know, and so it happens more times than not. You know, but then again, you got to kind of see, you got to kind of sit back and be like, you know, I want to get convictions. I do, absolutely. But I'm not going to stop just because it's not happening right now. I'm not.
And none of us want you to stop. We want you to keep doing what you're doing.
Right.
So then you would say that this is more poorly handled by the laws themselves than the actual police?
I would say, yeah. I would say most definitely the written laws need to be rewritten in a lot of cases for this type of stuff, because let's face it, man, a lot of these laws were made, most of these laws were made before computers existed, before any of this stuff existed, you know. I mean, of course they have laws against CP. We'll use that abbreviation. A lot of people know what that means. They have laws against CP, which is computer based and stuff like that. And that's good. That's the side of it that in the future I will be working on, that side of it, getting those people locked up. So potentially, but I won't go, like I said, I won't go into depth on that. But yeah, I think the laws are a huge problem. I mean, you have your officer sometime that's you know, he pulls up and he sees me and he's like, why are you here? You know, rather than what is this guy doing? What can I do for you? You know?
Exactly. Yeah. I get that, bro. And that sucks because, you know, it sucks how a lot of people, you know, get caught off guard with the outer appearance, you know, without seeing the actual individual as a person first and then going from there.
Most definitely. It's understandable. I mean, I get it in a lot of cases, even though it's me that goes through it. I understand it in a lot of cases. I do. You know, I do. I understand it.
All right. So moving on to a little bit less serious questions, to try to end on a high note here, on a happy note, if you will. Who is the most interesting predator you ever encountered? The most difficult and the most pleasant or cooperative one? Like,
all right. So the most cooperative one. Some of them are cooperative. they're like what we call bobblehead preds.
Oh
You
yeah.
know?
Yep.
So the most cooperative would have to be he was an older gentleman. I think he was like 50 years old. He was from out of town. He had a son, wife, and all this stuff. And I caught him, and he wasn't necessarily a yes man, but he was cooperative, which doesn't make it any better, but he was cooperative. The worst one, and you guys have to go watch this video. It's called, I think this is still the name of the video. It's called Zombie Man Pred on a bike or something.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I caught him down here, and he was just so intoxicated on some serious hardcore drugs to where nothing I was saying was going through his mind, and it just he wasn't cooperative at all. And you said the most interesting.
Yeah, yep, the most interesting.
So I guess the most interesting story would have to be, let me think. It would have to be the landscaper pred. It would have to be that. And it's just for the simple fact that we get people making the privacy complaints and stuff like that. And I'm talking about like after the aftermath of it.
Yeah.
He has threatened to sue me several times. These people, they threaten to sue on the basis of entrapment. And
right.
I'll say this right now, entrapment does not apply to a private citizen.
Thank you.
Only to a law enforcement agent, yes. Okay? And he threatened to do that, defamation of character, stuff like that. Which, I mean, I'll reiterate that defamation of character means you're saying something that's false about a person. If you're watching any of my videos, just believe that it's all true, because I'm not the type of person to speak falsehoods. I'm not.
Very nice, bro. Very nice.
So yeah, most definitely. But they're all definitely interesting in their own light,
Which brings me to my next question. I'm glad you said that. Name one predator that you confronted that caused an impact in your life.
Oh man. Let's see. Caused an impact as far as like what kind of like caused an impact? Like
kind of like help you have like an epiphany, like holy crap, this dude, what he was doing was so intense that you had like a life altering.
Okay, so it made me think of it differently. This one I got emotionally involved in this one, and I became very angry about this one. And honestly, I'll go ahead and say the video is not even on YouTube. I was doing a collaboration with Predator Poachers OTR, and at the time, Predator Poachers North Carolina. And this guy, it upset me. He was talking to what he believed to be a 13-year-old girl. He was in his late 40s, early 50s. And this guy, he wanted to bring his daughter along. I won't go into depth about that, but he wanted to bring his daughter along. And he basically said that he had done inappropriate things several times with that said daughter. And me as a father, I really wanted this guy to show up. Mm-hmm. And that probably would have been one that I didn't record, to say the least. But that's a hard thing, man. It's harder than what people think not to act out physically on these guys. It really is.
Especially when something like that's going on. That's
right. Crazy. As a father of a daughter and a son, and I have a little girl on the way. That hits differently. Especially being somebody that went through sexual abuse myself. It just hits differently, man. So that he definitely made me think of it in a different way. Like, man, this, I've got to uncover. Really, I like I say, I'm totally happy to be able to catch the predators that we are able to catch. Mm-hmm. But I wish every predator I could uncover would be somebody like that guy. The bigger fish or whatever, the more horrendous people or whatever, I hope I'm using that word correctly. I hope that doesn't mean good. So yeah, more people like him, the more serious, nasty, disgusting, vile human beings like that. Because I mean, all of them are disgusting, but that guy was a special kind of. I wanted to act out physically on him.
Right? So now, for someone like him, and obviously any other predator, but for someone like him, what type of help do you think is best? Type of help for these predators, and especially
um,
the obvious.
I now I'll say this: I do offer them. I'll say 98% of the people. It depends on how it goes. You know, if somebody's not being receptive, I'm not gonna offer them help.
Right.
You know, I'm not gonna say, well, go take this number because they're gonna rip it up in my face, and that's gonna be that. But basically, I try to get them help. You know, at your local centers and stuff like that. And as far as do I feel like it is a helpable thing? It depends. It really depends, man. I've spoken to many social workers and people like that have worked with these type of people, and they will tell you that those are the hardest type of people to fix. They are. It's a nasty, horrible sickness that they have, and I don't think all of them are even capable of healing. I don't. You know, I won't go into depth with what I feel like should happen to them because I try to be diplomatic about things, man, you know. Right. So, but yeah, man, I don't think all of them are able to be helped, but you know, maybe your psychology or you know, your psychiatrist and stuff like that maybe could help some of the younger ones that are making this mistake for their first time and stuff like that. Maybe they can be helped. But whenever you run across this 50, 60, 70-year-old man who came to meet a 14-year-old boy or girl, that's a huge issue. And I don't believe that they are able to be helped because in a lot of cases, if they're that old doing that, they have been doing that for years. Absolutely.
Agreed. Most of these guys, when they say it's my first time.
Yeah, every time. Nobody's ever said. I had one guy say that it's happened to him about 3 times. So.
Oh wow. But, at least he was honest about it. Not that it makes it a lot better, but at least he was honest about it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So, okay, I'm going to skip some of these because that one's not really important. All right, so to kind of like go back to the parents, because I know a big part of this situation in a way is irresponsible parents. So I have a few questions concerning that matter as well, okay?
Right.
Very responsible one yourself. Responsible. Just make sure I said he is responsible, not
okay. Yeah, you know we got some trolls in here right now. Screen recording.
I'm trying not to look at that area, but from time to time I see some weird stuff going on. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So should any blame be on the parents of real, potential, or actively underage victims? Should they have any part in the blame?
You know, stuff like that, it varies. And you know, obviously, I'm not a family professional expert or whatever. You know, I try to be the best father I can, but I feel like if I could give some advice, it would be to pay attention to your children. A lot of cases, these people, they're you know, these children rather, they try to reach out to these parents, and you know, have a close connection with your children. Have a close connection to your children. Let them be able to tell you if they had a bad day. You know, don't just brush it off like, yeah, okay, whatever. You know, and something that I'm learning as a father to some young children. These children don't come to us. These little kids, you know, I'm not gonna say the age of my daughter because people they do stuff, and you know, you never know who's listening. But I have a very small daughter, and whenever they're that age, they don't come to you and say, "Hey, Daddy, I had a bad day." They come to you and say, "Hey, Daddy, can we go play?" You know what I'm saying? Can we go play hide and seek? Can we go do this? Can we go do that? They're not gonna come to you and complain. Play hide and seek with your children when they're young and when they get older, and have a close connection with them, man. Because honestly, I didn't have that bond with my mother. If I would have been one of these children on these sites doing these things, she would never have even known, man. She never would. And I didn't have a father, you know, so it could have very well happened to me. Right. You know, so definitely the connection, you know, monitor their, you know, their their usage of these apps,
Right.
definitely, even if, even I know it's sometimes as parents, we're like, man, I don't want to pry, but it's not going to hurt for you to, just be like, hey, can I look at your phone real quick and make sure that there's, right now, so I can make sure these apps aren't on there, stuff like that. They have other apps that you could put on your phone to monitor the apps that your children are using, because I'll tell you what, this is a real issue. A lot of people say, oh, this doesn't happen. This is an absolutely real issue. In my short period of time doing this, I have seen so many children on these apps, like real children, like not decoy accounts, real children. And they don't know. They just don't know. All it takes is one curious child. They're just curious one time. And there's tons of these people out here ready to take advantage of these children, man.
That brings me to some of my next questions, which I'm going to try to condense. That way, we're not on here all night.
Yeah, you're good. Hey, take as long as you need to, man. I'm good, man. You go right on ahead, bro.
All right. So, should developers of dating apps or websites be more mindful of underage people being able to use these apps and websites?
Here's something that is a little bit different. A lot of these apps, a lot of these apps, they're doing a pretty good job at it. I don't know if it's the fact that they know people like us are on these apps, or if they're really genuinely doing this, but a lot of these apps are getting they want a picture of your ID. They want, stuff like that. They are definitely realizing that this is an issue. In a lot of cases, I don't know. See, doing this type of stuff, it always makes you think, are they doing this genuinely, or are they doing this to cover up what the heck is going on? Because I can still go, I can go on these apps. There's ways around it. You know what I mean? But as far as the authentication, or however you say that big word, authentication, as far as the authentication process and stuff like that, they are getting a lot better at it. People can go on there and report you for being, saying you're a minor and stuff like that. So they do. But yeah, they could always be better. Most definitely. The sites that don't monitor it as much would be the sites. You guys, the guys in the chat right now, Facebook is a huge one that these predators are on. Instagram, huge one.
Very true.
Discord, they have apps and sites that are specifically made for children, to like chat rooms. I don't know. I grew up in the chat room era. You know what I'm saying? On the the big block computer, you'd be in the chat room. I grew up in that era, so it's kind of like that. They have the chat rooms for the children now, and there's predators all in there. So I don't know, man. The internet is dangerous. I'll say that.
Oh yeah, 100% agree there. I mean, just the freedom that's given to everybody, no matter what age, on these open websites and apps like Facebook, you just mentioned. Snapchat is another one.
Snapchat is a huge one, yeah. Kick.
And yeah, and it's, you know what I'm saying? You sit there and you're like, yeah, I'm this age. Yeah, this and this.
Right.
And it's so easy to get on for anybody.
And since you said Snapchat, I'll make a comment real quick. Almost, I'd say about 75 of the predators that we start communication with, they want to move over to Snapchat. They say, do you have a Snapchat? Do you have a Kick? And it's because of the obvious reasons. They don't realize that just because these messages delete, that they save into their phone. They don't realize that. They want to move over there because there's no quote unquote evidence of it,
Right.
And that's usually when they ask for the CP and stuff like that. So,
all right. So, moving on. You pretty much already answered this earlier, but I guess I want you to kind of have like a more summarized answer, like a direct answer, straightforward for any parents. Okay. What advice would you give parents watching this interview about dating apps and warning their children about the predator situation?
Okay, so first of all, watch your children. Don't just say, oh, I'm busy. Watch them. build a relationship with them. Because here's the thing. I know we're busy as parents, but most of these children that are out here doing this type of stuff are people that are not receiving love in the home. They're seeking for a relationship outside of the home. They're seeking for some type of attention, some type of love outside of the home because they're not receiving it inside of the home. That's a majority of the children that get on these sites and stuff. So just have a tight bond with your children, man. Eat dinner at the dinner table. Start there. And that's basically it, man. Build an honest, genuine relationship. Don't just push your children off all the time.
Yeah, so I think what you said is actually a huge, huge answer. I grew up in a Christian household, Christian home, and my parents were always 10 steps ahead of me in the sense that they would say, you go into this grade this year, you're going to have to watch out for this,
right. Warn them, for sure. Warn them. Don't be afraid. I'm sorry to cut you off, but as parents, I know it's awkward sometimes to have these talks with our children, but don't be afraid to. They need to know, they need to know the dangers that could happen to them. Sometimes as parents are like, I don't even want them to know about that stuff. Some things that's perfectly fine, but some things, it is 2020, guys, and the world is just going to continue to progress, with technology and stuff like that. It's just going to get easier and easier for these predators. Okay, so let them know. Have those hard to have conversations. Have them.
Yeah, my parents never shied away from having those conversations. They were always straightforward. Like, hey, listen, if at any point in time someone touches you inappropriately or talks to you inappropriately, you are going to either talk to a teacher, and if they don't listen, come talk to us, and we'll go from there. So
absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So, wrapping up the conversation, not because I want to rush you, because I know you're ready and willing to be on here all night, as tonight. But I do have a previous thing that I have to do right after this.
Absolutely.
That's as possible. Now I'm going to ask you some kind of like personal questions, all right? But on an upbeat, all right? What are your future plans, both short-term and long-term, with your channel and your missions?
My future and right now plans, basically all to wrap that up all in one, is to continue to grow, man. Just continue to grow, man. Just continue to, because the bigger my channel is, the more exposure we're making and stuff like that. I've said this several times. A lot of my supporters know this. Nothing in my life has ever came easy. I've always had to work 10 times harder than somebody else to see the same progression, to see the same growth that they have seen. And it's kind of frustrating. It is what it is. I'm humble and stuff, but whenever you see somebody that is putting in half the effort you're putting in, and they're continuing to climb, it's frustrating. But it comes with time and hard work, and that's fine, man. I learned that whenever I was young. Nothing comes free, nothing comes easy. That's worthwhile, And what was the other part of that question? Sorry about that.
No, you're good. Pretty much like with the channel, what's like your vision, like in the near future or long term? Like, where do you want it to go? How much do you want it to reach? How much you want to expand? How? All that stuff. Basically,
I want it to expand as far as it can go, man. I want to be able to continue to travel. I am a father of 3, so my job it takes up all the money to take care of my household. So it does help with the donations and stuff. So I wanted to continue to grow in that aspect so I can continue to do this and be passionate about it. I'm going to be passionate about it regardless, but I want to be able to continue to put in that footwork. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to go to pretty much every single state. I want to be able to go wherever I need to go to and put in the work, and that a lot of people, they say, like I said earlier, you're making a lot of money, this, that, and the third. I think I prove out of anybody and everybody, I prove that everything, every dollar that I make goes right back into this. I'm very passionate about it. You know, I'm not just somebody out here. Another thing they like to say is we play on the emotions of people that have been sexually abused. Well, if that's the case, then I'm playing on my own emotions, you know, because I'm passionate about this because I was sexually abused. Now what can they'll make something up new about that.
Exactly.
Oh, well, you're doing it because, you know, but that's basically how that
people who don't realize how serious this is and how useful this is will always find an excuse. So that's something that, you know.
Right. And they gotta understand how they look when they're doing that to a predator catcher channel. You know, go do that to go talk crap and start drama with another type of genre or whatever. Don't do that to us.
Exactly. All right. So, where or how can anyone find you on social media? And this is me pretty much trying to bring it all in now.
Right. So, YouTube, Predator Poacher Central Florida. I'm sure a lot of you guys already know about it, but if you're not subscribed, please go subscribe. Hit that notification bell so when I go live and drop a video, you know about it. Instagram, Predator Poacher Central FL. That's my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. I don't know if I have any of the moderators that would have been on my channel in here, but if you are, feel free to drop that Discord link. I do have a Discord. Anybody and everybody is welcome to join in. We are very proficient, I guess, at taking care of the trolls. So go ahead and jump in there if you're a troll, but just know you're gonna get dealt with. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Predator Poacher Central Florida on YouTube and Predator Poacher Central FL on Instagram.
That's good. And is there anything you want to say to people who support you already, or are leaning towards like supporting you? Is there any message you want to say specifically?
Yeah. First of all, thank you so much for the support. You know, it really helps out. Whether you're just watching my videos, liking, sharing, subscribing. If you're a new subscriber, you know, welcome on. We're a family. I try to be as tight-knit as possible with everybody. I don't call you guys fans, I call you supporters. So thank you so much for that. If you're on the fence about supporting my channel, I can only assume that it might be because of my appearance. Don't judge solely based on somebody's appearance. I understand it completely. I do. But and man, I'm gonna tell you this real quick. The most amazing thing is that I have been able to personally change a lot of people's opinions on people with facial tattoos. I might not be a perfect person. I might have an aggressive side. I might get aggressive, you know, but I'm a good person, like, inside, and that's what counts, man. I try to be a good person. I'm a father who cares about his children, and I care about this movement. I'm not just some, you know, jackass, excuse my language, but I'm just not some jackass out here, you know, making a mockery of it, man. I'm passionate about this, man, you know, and it comes a time whenever you got to take things seriously, you know. If you're passionate about this, you know, take it seriously, man. Let's make a movement. You know, Predator Poachers, we're making a movement. People might not like the way that we all conduct ourselves, and that's rightfully, that's okay. You are in America, you are allowed to have your opinion. You are allowed to. That's one of the beautiful things about this country, and, you know, other countries. But you're allowed to have your opinion. You're allowed to voice that opinion. You know, so that's fine. I try to think of that whenever people are, you know, downing us and stuff. You're allowed to do that, but just you know, if you support me, I appreciate you. If you're on the fence, man, just you know, give your boy a chance. You know,
no pun intended. But, you know, there's one thing that before I go on to this next thing, which I think you're gonna like, because it's gonna be a surprise set of questions. All right, random questions. So I'm catching you off guard here. All right, but it's gonna be fun. Trust me. But before I get to that, you know, I just want to apologize because I'm trying to multitask and balance the whole chat room right here.
Yeah, you're fine. I moved away from the computer, so I can't even see the chat room right now.
Yeah, I'm trying so hard not to look, man, because it's partially disgusting, sadly, but it is.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And
Hey,
then,
you never. Hey, here's the weird thing, man. These people, and I'll speak about it briefly, and then we'll move on. They live stream anything that we live stream. You know what I'm saying?
yep,
And you know who I'm talking about. I've messaged you on Instagram about them.
yep,
So then they send people. They send people to try to mess it up. That's something that we have to deal with, guys. You
yep.
know why? What have I personally done to anybody?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I've never personally done anything to anybody. And people are so comfortable just saying whatever they want to on the internet.
Yep.
You know, and it is what it is, man. You know.
So, but I just want to say once again, before I get to this next part, you know, I'm eternally grateful that you were able to take the time to do this here tonight. And you know, I got love for you. I support you already. I share your content as much as I can. All right, and I really do hope your channel does get a lot more exposure than what it does already, because
Right.
because being the father and understanding what, you know, all this that goes through the psyche of someone who is a victim or was a victim. Yeah,
Right.
you're a great asset. You're a great asset to the movement, and we all appreciate you. I'm pretty sure
I appreciate that, man.
everybody on here, all we say, we all appreciate you for that. Okay.
I appreciate that. Hey, one second, not to, but right before we go into that, I do want to address, and it'll be very briefly, one of these things that somebody has said. They said, hold on. They said, and I will address that because that's the only thing that I see. My issue with you is that you posted a picture of a child who was the son of a predator. You had no right. Okay, here's the thing. I caught a predator. Some of you guys may have seen the video, the smoke shop predator. During editing, this was my first. I used to have an editor. During editing, this was my first video that I had edited by myself. I totally overlooked that, and then as soon as I seen it, I went back and blurred it. If you go back and look at that video now, the face is blurred. Okay, it was a mistake on my part, and I fixed the mistake. So for people like we, the people who hold on to stuff like that, all I have to say to people like that is, you know, get a life, buddy. Like, you know, I'm a man. If I make a mistake, my true supporters know if I make a mistake, the first thing I do is stand up and say, you know what, I made a mistake. I apologize. We're gonna move on from that. So you know, why hold something like that against somebody? It was a picture that he sent. He sent a little girl that he thought he was talking to, a 14-year-old, and he sent that picture of him with his son. You know, and I didn't look. It was just a picture of them like sitting beside each other on a couch or something like that, and I totally overlooked it. But that's one of the reasons why I delete all the pictures out of my chat logs now, because you got people like that that hold every little thing against you. Yep. They're like, "Oh, you're an evil person." Exactly. You can't deny the fact that I'm out here saving children, but you probably can deny that fact, right? They probably can. But we'll move past that. That's the only thing that I saw, and I'm not gonna give that negativity any more attention. So
I understand completely. So I'm glad you did address that, because I saw it too, and I was like trying to decide, like, should I let them know that?
I rolled over here and I saw it, and it's like that's something easy for me to address. It's not something like horrible or horrendous. Like, you know, come on.
I'm glad you did, bro. I'm glad you did, because
absolutely, that's how I am, man. If I did something ever, I address it and I move forward, man. You know. But I got one more question about that negativity. Is that somebody that's usually in your chats? We the people.
We the people. No, that's like the.
So let me just say this real quick. You came over here. And you have this issue with me, but you came over here because you saw my live talking about this. So if you don't like me, stop following me. That's a message to everybody. If you don't like me, stop following me, because I only want quality supporters, man. I don't want no halftime people.
No, that's good. That's good that you set them straight. Like, hey, if you don't like what I gotta say, or don't like me, you know, personally, or have something against me, then don't watch the stream. You know, you got a million other channels that you can go.
Right, because they wasted their time to come over here and watch the stream. The reason I don't like you is I don't care if you don't like me, man. It's all right, man. We'll move on. Sorry about that. I apologize.
All right. So finishing up. Give me 1 second.
Yeah. Do your thing, man. You good?
All right, sorry about that, guys. I was trying to, do something on this side. But real quick to finish up, all right? These random questions, all right, are just for fun. This is just to end everything on a high note, on a positive and happy note, all right? And to get to know you a little better, okay?
All right.
You're going to have, I'm going to put a timer over here and everything. You're going to have 5 seconds to answer each question, okay?
Oh, God. Okay.
All right, you're going to love this. Ready?
All right.
All right. Who's your biggest influence?
My dad.
Your dad.
Yeah.
All right. Which music artist do you currently listen to?
Kevin Gates.
Kevin Gates. All right. Favorite food?
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti. You're Italian, man. Also, I love Italian food, bro.
Yeah.
Favorite sport?
Football.
Football. Okay. I actually thought you'd say either basketball or football, but
yeah, football.
And favorite team?
College. I gotta ride with the Gators, man. I got to.
Okay. I think same here. If you could have a superpower, what would it be?
Seeing into the future. I would love to see into the future.
To stop all the predators ahead of time.
Absolutely.
And last but not least, who is your favorite interviewer?
You, man. Your boy JDQ. Shout out to boy JDQ, man. If you came over here to watch this video, to see me, please subscribe to your boy JDQ, man. Show him some love. That's it, man. Just show him some love, man. Let's keep this positivity rolling, man. We get enough of this negativity. It's good and it's refreshing to see a channel that gives positive, honest, but positive reviews about us. And that's amazing. That's amazing.
I try to give all the predator poachers as much support and love I can. Because, for example, if anybody knows me and sees me on any of the videos of CC Unit and all that, they recently did a collab with Alex. And if you guys watch my comments on there, I gotta say, even Alex is looking good out there this time around, doing things, as professional as possible. He's looking legit. He's doing things as best to his abilities. So, I try to share love and support to all the ones who's out there doing this, And but yeah, so you're gonna have my support and respect and love. Obviously, people on my channel as well, they love all you guys as well. There might be differences here and there, but overall, we all love.
That's understandable, man. It wouldn't be genuine if there wasn't differences.
Yep.
That's what I respect. It's genuine. It's not just yes. It's yes, no, maybe, yeah. It's genuine, man. It's genuine.
All right. So one last thing before we finally and officially wrap things up. Okay. Not because I want to, because if I could be here all night doing this, I would.
Absolutely. We have schedules, my brother.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, sadly, but true.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to say before we end this interview to either supporters that you have already or people who are watching you for the first time and getting to know you? Anything you want to say?
Yeah, man. To my supporters, I love you guys, man. I appreciate the hell out you. And just continue ride with me. Be along for the journey, and just keep riding with me, man. You won't regret it. And to the people, my new supporters and stuff like that, hey, welcome to the family. Like I said, man. And I appreciate it, man. Y'all just keep on riding with me as well. We're working on a journey. This is the first couple of steps, So I love every single one of you guys, man. God bless you. And just stay well,
So to everybody in the chat area, if you have not yet subscribed to Predator Poacher Central Florida, Polo. Please, for the love of God, like I said earlier, go to his channel right now and give that subscribe button a smash. All right, make sure you break that subscribe button and the like button. Check out all his videos. He's got really great stuff. You're not going to regret it. He does great work for the community, great work for the neighborhoods. And I really do support him 100% in what he does, along with any other predator, catcher, or poacher from different branches and all that. Polo, yo, thank you so much, so much. I am absolutely grateful that you agreed to be on here tonight. I highly appreciate you. This means the world to me.
Absolutely.
And I really do hope we can have another interview further into the future to do like a recollection of things that will happen between now and then.
Absolutely.
And guys, if you're in the chat area, it's your first time on this channel, it's the first time you viewing me and all that, please, I don't like begging, but if you can, give this stream a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'll highly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I do my best to put out quality content, and this is just the beginning of great content, because having Polo on here for me is one of the best experiences I've had thus far on YouTube, and I'm eternally grateful for him and every single one of you in that chat area. So
absolutely. I appreciate you, brother, for taking the time to interview me and stuff, man. You spoke on you having a smaller channel and me still reaching out to you. Look, I was there. I'm still there. I'm only at, almost 13,000 subscribers, but I was there, man. And one thing about me, I don't look at a number. I don't look at a number. My head, it might be big physically, but it's not big in the, in the sense of the word like that. I'm not big-headed at all. I will work with anybody. And if you're reaching out to interview, I'm not gonna say no. I'm not. It's not gonna happen, man. So I appreciate the hell out of you, man. I really do.
Let's all remember that God, and not to be spiritual or like a preacher here, but
right.
God does honor the humble and places them above when they
absolutely
low. So
you know what? I try to be as humble as possible. Sometimes I'm like, man, I'm humble and I still get the short end of the stick, man. Like you get people talking all kind of mess, man, and it's just like you gotta let it roll off your back, man.
Stay humble. Don't worry about the haters. Don't worry about people getting on your back. Even for me, that I'm not even nothing huge on here. I've got.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you already gotten a little taste of it.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy, bro. Because I'm like, I'm just here, guys. Like, what the heck? Like, what's going on?
Right. Just continue doing your thing, man. You'll be good, man. You're gonna gain some subscribers. You're gonna do, you're gonna be amazing on here, man.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. And hopefully one day we can collab, because I have mentioned I do want to translate for any predator, catcher, or poacher out there with Hispanics that they try to act dumb or whatever. Y'all need someone like me, all right, around to be like, no.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Anytime.
All right. Polo, once again, bro, thank you so much. Everybody in the chat, give Polo some love before you leave. I'm going to leave you guys alone for the rest of the night, and that way I can get other things done. But thank every single one of you. First, Polo, for stopping by and showing the love and support. And to every single one of you on the chat area, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. And if you haven't done it already, go to Predator Poachers Central Florida, to Polo's channel, and give them some love over there too, okay?
Absolutely. And for those of you that are in here, I'm going to be going live shortly after this ends, okay? So I'll be able to speak to you guys. So have a good night. God bless you guys, and stay well.
Peace out, everybody. Love you all right? All right. I'm using Chrome right now, so it's going to be a little slow and laggy. I'm just going to do a quick stream before the interview. As you all already know, the interview is at 5 p.m. Right now it's 4:36. So right now, I'm just pretty much making sure that everything's good to go on my end, like technically, like the computer's not lagging on me, the Wi-Fi and all that. So I'm just kind of like doing a pre-interview or pre-stream check. And as you chime in, hey Rebecca, what's going on? What's going on? Thank you for stopping by, guys. At 5 p.m. Okay, right now it is 4:36 over here in Florida. All right, appreciate that, No Bones. Yeah, I'm just doing a quick, I guess, a pre-technical check or whatever. So I'm glad you guys are saying that it sounds good, it looks good and all that. It's going to look a lot different because I'm going to try something different for the actual stream, as you can see behind me. But definitely it's going to be worth the watch. It's going to be worth the wait. Let's see. Looking good tonight. Appreciate that. Hey, yeah. So as you're stopping by on this stream, just give it a thumbs up. All right. Share it with your friends. Share it with your family members. Share it with other subscribers and all that. If you have family, if you have kids, if you have people who you know who have gone through or have been victims of predators themselves, I highly suggest that you let them know about this stream, because this stream is mostly about getting to know Polo, of course, but also the importance of what Polo does. And of course, every other and any other predator poacher, whether it be on the branch or outside of that branch or that brand name, everything that they do, how important it is, and how much it means to us as the community and the neighborhood and all that. So I would definitely suggest and recommend you guys sharing this with anybody who you know that needs to hear this, all right? And I'm going to try my very best, and I know Polo's is going to try too, to keep it PG-13 or as PG-13 as possible. That way, kids can also like listen to what's being said, and let them know that this whole subject matter is very serious. So let's see what's going on over here. Got it. Yeah, so I've been texting back and forth with Polo, making sure everything is good to go on his end and on my end. So yeah, just a quick checkup, and I'm gonna give you guys like 5 more minutes just to kind of like, I guess, either share this stream or share the word about the interview at 5. Veronica, what's going on? What's going on? Everybody who's joining in on this stream, the pre-interview stream, I appreciate the love, support. I appreciate the attention. Let's see. Rebecca says, the worst pred I know is my own father. I could tell you some horror stories. I have had lots of therapy, but the best is talking to people who have been through it. Yeah. Not much. Just here having a quick pre-stream checkup on the, because I'm using Google Chrome right now. Usually I use Firefox every time I get on and check my channel and all that. But for the stream on StreamYard, because it's going to be through StreamYard, but obviously I'm going to be sharing it through my YouTube channel. But apparently Chrome is the only one that has certain features that I'm able to do versus Firefox. So that's why I'm checking to make sure everything's running good and smoothly over here on this on the application or the software. Yeah, Rebecca, I 100% agree. The best is talking to people who have been through it, and I'm sure that Polo has information that we all want to hear and need to hear, whether or not we ourselves have been or not have been victims. All this information that's going to be provided later at 5 is important for anybody and everybody, because it can happen to any child, any teenager, etc. I guess the most similar thing that I can pretty much make it equivalent to would be someone getting catfished or whatever, But that's a whole different story on itself versus actual online child predators and pedophiles and all that. So it's like different categories, if you will. And but yeah, guys, let's see. Now you know why. And that's good, Rebecca. Yeah, spread the love, spread the love. And I'm gonna be ending this stream at 4:45. That way, I have enough time to make sure everything's good to go on our end, and kind of like, I guess, prep talk with Polo before the actual interview and all that. Make sure everything's good to go. This is exciting, guys, because like I said in my last stream, this will be the first professional interview that I conduct on someone of this magnitude. And I really do like talking to the guy. I mean, I chat with him every now and then on Instagram. He's a great guy to talk to, very down to earth, very peaceful, and he's easy to talk to, basically. And yeah, this is going to be good stuff. So if you want to share this as openly as possible, by all means do. Share with whatever, your coworkers, your family, your friends, anybody who you know that will obviously reap some benefits out of this. Definitely go ahead and share it with everybody. So I got 2 minutes left here, and at 4:45, I'll let you guys go. And then obviously at 5 p.m. on the dot, I will be on StreamYard sharing on my YouTube channel the interview and the stream. So just saying a few words here to let you guys know what's going on, and share with everybody you know and all that good stuff. You know what? I think Sunshine is, because she's on vacation with her grandparents and her aunt and all that. So I don't know if she's able to be on this stream right now, but I hope she chimes in for the actual interview. It's always good to have her around. I mean, it's good to have every single one of you around. But obviously, Sunshine's been here since day one and all that. So, there's special places for every single one of you. Let's see. Yeah, of course. God bless her. Careful going along with the drama between. No, no bones. I'm going to do my very best to stick to making sure that it's an interview about who he is, how he came to be, what he is nowadays, what inspired him and all that. And Bobbycito, what's going on, man? Good to have you here. I'm just setting everything up for 5 p.m. I'm just doing like a pre-show checkup. But yeah, I'm going to try to do my best to keep the questions either personal related or pretty much concerning how he goes about things, not how he does his job, but pretty much it's gonna be like a personal interview. It's not gonna. I'm gonna try my best to not spread outside of like him and all that good stuff. Cat Eyes, I believe Rami is still a mod on this channel. I don't remember taking him down, so he still is a mod on this channel. Yeah. Yeah, no bones. Yep. It'll be that. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna end this stream now. That way I can kind of like warm up with Polo on my end over here, and I'll see you guys at 5 p.m. Okay. Love you all very much. Thank you for stopping by. And keep an eye out for the actual interview. All right. 5 p.m. 15 minutes basically. So I'll see you guys over there. All right. God bless you all, and peace out. All right, so we are back with a new title for the stream, and hopefully this goes well, because this was really unexpected. But I like being kind enough to allow people to explain themselves and all that good stuff. So let's see how this goes. So before we go any further, guys, I'm not clearing anybody's name. I'm allowing the person to explain themselves, and hopefully with whatever information they provide, everybody has, I guess, two sides of the story and coin, and hopefully get like a better outlook in general about this whole thing. So we'll see how this goes. But let it be known that I'm not clearing anybody's name. I'm simply lending the channel for that person to express themselves and to explain themselves. And if there is a bit of truth in fact, then definitely, you know, it'll be known and shown within this conversation. Let's see. Predator Poachers Ohio, what's going on, man? So it's apparently the one that was Alex's mod and then became Rami's mod and then betrayed Rami, I do believe. I think that's what they said in the chat area, at least. Got some more interesting information here. I'll be right with you, Cam. Give me 1 second. Okay. Okay, so before I do anything else and move forward with this conversation, okay. So I'm gonna ask this person a few questions before I go any further with this because, right. Rami tried saying a girl tried to kill herself because Alice and Tori cussed her out, which is also a lie. I have the message they sent her and okay, never delivery. Okay, so guys, I want to, you know, move forward with this conversation as carefully as possible because number one, I don't know exactly who this person is right away. We're gonna hopefully get into that in a second or two. But let's take everything with a grain of salt within this conversation because, you know, I have yet to know exactly who the person is, even though obviously, you know, by username, it's one thing, but okay. All right, what's going on? Get settled. All right. Let's see what the person has to say, but let's also keep in mind, okay? how before, well, a few days ago when Rami pretty much showed the the comments and all that like had been like deleted. People had been pretty much booted out of his channel and all that, and people who were apparently donating, or strong supporters of the channel. It wouldn't make any sense for the YouTube creator or YouTuber to put people or boot people out of their channel and lose that kind of support. So I don't know. That's kind of like weird on itself. So I don't know how people think that Rami did that to himself. It didn't make any actual sense. So as far as that goes, I do believe someone like messed with the channel. But let's see. Okay. All right. So let's see what this person got to say. And once again, before I invite this person over, I'd like to ask that however whatever they talk about, just make sure trip. Still doesn't make any sense though, Sam. I mean, no offense, no disrespect, but it still doesn't make any sense. All right. So okay, we'll keep that there. Where is the person? Because I'm trying to send a link, but I want to get this out in the open. All right. Where are you at? I saw you earlier. Okay. So I am trying to send the link to you, bro, but hold up. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that out in public in the open that though. So if you can, just message me through the like earlier, the private chat, and I'll send it through there. Okay. How's it closed? I just don't want to put the link out there because obviously if I put the link out here in public, I do believe multiple people, let's just do it anyways because, oh, okay, that's why. That is. All right, so there goes a link, and obviously I'm only gonna allow this person to get on, but I do ask to be respectful to the channel, to myself, to the people in the chat, and we'll hear what you got to say, and we'll evaluate, I guess, either as a family on this channel, because everybody deserves to explain themselves. You know what I'm saying? And the evidence and proof will outweigh, evidence, proof, and information will always outweigh just word of mouth. So we'll hear what you got to say. Appreciate that, Sam. All right, so let's see. Okay.
Yeah. Hello.
Is it just me, or can anybody hear? Or
yeah, can you hear me?
Cam. Okay,
yes.
Now I can hear you. All right, Cam. Before you say anything, brother, thank you for wanting to talk about this. I mean, me personally, like I said earlier, for me, the drama is already dead, and to a certain point, it's kind of like just long overdue. But if you do have some helpful information, I'm not one to cover anything up or pretty much like put a hand over someone's mouth. If you got something to say, some valuable information and some worthy evidence and proof, then I'm not going to stop you for sharing that. Obviously, thank you for stopping by the stream. First of all, I don't know you. This is the first time we talk, quote unquote, in person. But I do respect you, so I do hope you respect myself, the people in the chat, and on this channel. So whenever you're ready, go ahead, man.
Yeah, I'm very respectful. So I appreciate you for giving me a chance to speak. But first off, I want to talk about two situations, and I'm pretty sure that people that are fans or supporters of Alex and Rami, they might have heard me say a few things about this in the past. But the main thing first is I never said I was the rogue mock for Rami. I said I'm the so-called rogue mock for Alex.
Okay, got it. Thank you for turning that up.
Yeah, I'm the one that deleted Alex comments, and I did it for a reason. And I'll get to that also. And then the main reason we got to that point was I'm the one that was accusing of him of having a predator as a moderator, in which he tried to hide this. I'm that person.
Interesting.
Okay.
And thank you for once again clearing that up at the beginning, because I'm obviously going to have to point that out in the title, that it's not for Rami, it was for Alex that you're modding, correct?
Yes.
Okay, go
on. Yeah, but I guess it mainly started with Josh. I catch a predator sometimes. And like I said, everything I say, I could back it up with video proof, with Alex messages in regards to this, his own statements. And my main thing was, this is about catching child predators.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the thing about it is, the reason why things like this continue is because of the exact things they were doing with Josh. Diverville, they call him. I catch a predator sometimes.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Are you familiar with him?
Of course. I'm not with him personally, but he has popped up on stream every now and then. So yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yes. So I just noticed, I'm not sure if you knew about it, but I have a links to the videos where Alex is basically the one that brung it up. He had a live video stream where he was talking about Josh talking to this underage girl, who was used to be Alex moderator. But she's not no more. But it turns out that that Josh was sending this underage girl videos of himself masturbating and things of that nature. And like I said, everything I'm saying about that, I can send you the link in the private chat also that shows that Alex is the one that brought it up. Alex is the one that was talking about this. So my thing is, and then the girl was sending Josh new photos of herself, topless photos and things of that nature. But he's supposed to be catching predators.
Right.
So my thing is, Alex was trying to brush it off by saying that the girl was 17. You know what I mean? Right. Yeah, it's true that she's 17, supposed to be 18 in August, but I don't neglect the fact that Josh is 30 years old, and he knew that she was under 18, which is against the law for it, I don't care if it's the age of consent is 16 in your state. It's
Mhm.
against the law for you to send anybody under the age of 18 videos of yourself jacking off. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's against the law for you to have her pictures, topless pictures, saved on your phone. You know what I mean? So my thing is, you're a 30-year-old that's supposed to be catching predators, but you're doing predatory stuff yourself.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's predatory for him to say, "Oh, you 17? Okay, I'll wait 2 months till you turn 18," and continue to have sexual, explicit conversations. You know what I mean? So my thing was, I was saying, Alex, you kind of linked to that because you deleted the girl as a moderator, but you still got Josh as a moderator. You know what I mean? And you blaming the girl, trying to say, oh, she was being conniving. You know what I mean? But okay, the predators you catch when they're, what you try to say is, when you catch these predators, you say, oh, the girl is her mind is not developed.
Right.
So it counts the same way. You know what I mean? Just because the person Josh is your associate doesn't mean, you know what I mean? It can't go both ways where, okay, it's okay because it's your friend or your associate, but when it's the next person around, they're kids, but since it's your friend, oh, she's conniving, oh, she's manipulative. No, she's still, it goes the same way. She's still a child. You know what I mean? And he don't seem to understand that because he's 20 years old. He's kind of close in her age. You know what I mean? So, but finally, you know what I mean? After pestering him for almost a whole month about it, he finally said, "Oh yeah, you're right. You know what I mean? You're right. I shouldn't have her. I shouldn't have him as a moderator." I mean, so he finally deleted. He finally deleted him as a moderator, but still associated with him still, of course. And then he finally told Polo, because I told Polo the same thing, because about 2 weeks ago we was gonna do an interview. He about to do a stream with me, him, and Josh. But then Alex called up Polo right when he got, right before he about to do a stream, told him don't do it. You know what I mean? The next thing you know, I got muted on Polo's channel. You know what I mean?
Okay.
After Polo said that, oh, if that was true, he's not gonna associate with him. But like I said, Alex told him to hide the situation. But come like 2 days ago, Alex told him, oh, don't. He told Polo don't associate with him. And then I assume that Polo modded him also. You know what I mean? Because he, so that was my main thing that was against them is how you gonna be chasing predators, but your moderator is a predator, and you want to make light of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And Cam, I just want to say on behalf of everybody, okay, 2 things. Okay. Please, when you get a chance, share that link on the chat area whenever you get a chance, real quick.
Oh yeah, I'll share it to you in your private chat. You can pull it up if you want to on your stream. It's just 2 short 4-minute videos about
Okay.
You might have to turn the volume up a little bit, but here I'll send you one link right now. Look, man.
Okay, yeah, I see it over
That's
here.
one link. It's just 2 short 4-minute videos. If you play it, you're gonna have to turn the volume up because it's pretty low. But then I'll send you another link right now too. Let me see.
Okay.
And this is the links that this is the link that Alex is talking about. The girl, the 17-year-old girl, was saying that Josh is sending him videos of herself. You know what I mean? Doing that stuff, and then it also talks about how she's sending him new snaps of her tits.
Right.
In which case, once it came out, once it came out, I mean, once I started telling people that, oh yeah, Josh was showing Alex these new snaps, and then Alex was saying on Black Media page, oh, there were never no nudes. But then finally, the girl pops back up on Alex's stream and said, yeah, there were nudes. No, she's telling him, yeah, it was nudes. So then finally, Alex changed the story. He was like, yeah, there were nudes, but he didn't see them. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But he was saying for weeks there were no nudes. You know what I mean? But he finally admitted that there were nudes. You know what I mean? So my thing was, Josh was showing him the nudes because Alex made a comment, was like, oh yeah, that was definitely her tits. He's talking about a child, because she's more developed than not. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's why I said this is crazy. But I send you the 2 links.
Yeah, I
but
see.
Yeah,
have a chat. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I deleted Alex comments for a reason, because I know one thing he was saying that oh yeah, nobody deleted Rami, chats, you know what I mean, comments and everything, and he did that just for you know what I mean. Nobody gonna delete their own chats. You know what I mean? I mean their own comments, especially like good, negative, positive, maybe negative ones, but you're not gonna delete positive ones.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And then for me to delete, I think I deleted like about like 2,000 of his chats, of his comments. You know, and then he said that and I did that to prove a point. One point is he kept saying that it's not going to change his views and things of that nature. But I don't know. I know he notices that since I deleted his, he came out was like, oh yeah, it doesn't take long to this. And like I said, I even talked to Alex after this also, and then we made an agreement. You know what I mean? I told him to unsilence me, because he got me silenced. He had me silenced on his page because I was talking about the Josh situation too much. But since I told him, I said, since you deleted him as a moderator, you know what I mean, I'm not gonna talk about that no more. I said I feel you fulfilled the purpose. You know what I mean? And then I told him that I'm not gonna delete any more comments. So, but before that, he went on the deleting spree. He deleted about at least 10 to 15 moderators. But I'm still a moderator on his channel. He's trying to figure out who's the rogue mod. He still has it. You know what I mean?
Hey Cam, I don't mean to.
No problem. I know I talk a lot.
No, and that's good. I'm happy with the information you're sharing. But for a while now, like the last few minutes, I want to say maybe 5-10 minutes ago, we have Polo on here watching the stream, and I'm gonna start for the very first comment he mentioned. Okay.
About Polo?
Yeah, because he wants to clarify some things with you, and I'm gonna help him do that.
Oh yeah, with Polo, I can tell him. I can say it here. With Polo, I went on Polo page, was talking about this, and then with Polo, I told him like, yeah, I catch a predator. Josh is a predator, and he said, okay, he's in the stream. He's about to do the same thing. Go this yard stream, the stream yard.
Mm-hmm.
So it was about to be me, him, and Josh on the stream yard.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So I'm gonna get to that because he does explain that in a comment here. But I'm gonna read you some of his comments where he kind of like tries to clarify some of the stuff out. Okay.
Okay.
So he says when he came in here, he says, "I didn't delete you. Someone may have, but I didn't, brother. You're speaking facts. Other than that." And then after that, he says, "And no, I'm taking time off because I'm over the drama." Pretty much stating how, he's trying to, just leave any drama behind and just focus on the catches themselves, which I think we all agree should be the case for all these poachers. And then he says, I started to do this, catch predators, and there's too much drama involved. And then he says, and by the way, Alex didn't call me and ask me to hide anything. We were supposed to go on StreamYard, but I couldn't find my camera. So on his side, that's where he explains how and why he wasn't able to do the StreamYard with you and Alex. He says that part is assumption, of course. What happened with the stream? Okay, so let's see if there's anything else he says down here.
Yeah, I see. He said he was speaking facts, and I told him that I would disassociate with Josh if I found out if it was true, and I did. See, my thing with that was, we had the discussion before you went to Washington, D.C.
Okay, gotcha.
But Florida Polo, you do not disassociate with Josh until yesterday or 2 days ago, until Alex told you not to. That was my thing. Because the whole time he was your moderator. He was your moderator up until 2 days ago. You know, and I told you, I gave you the links to where Alex is talking about this about Josh being a predator. No, no. You said you haven't talked to Josh or Alex in a week, but that's impossible. You was talking to Josh. Josh is I catch the predator sometimes,
right?
And he was on. He pops in on your he pops in on your channel. You know what I mean? He pops in on your channel. He's your moderator. So yeah, what's going on? I
didn't know if you could see the comments or not. Yeah, bro. Like whenever you first were talking about that stuff, dude, like I had no, bro. What you gotta realize is I mind my own business. Like I had no idea about that stuff. Like I tried my hardest to stay out of drama, so I didn't even know about Josh other than popping in his lives and stuff like that. I moderated him whenever he was a predator poacher and just didn't get around to unmoderating him. And you got to also realize how many people just come out of the blue and say things. So as soon as I seen that was correct, I did disassociate. I didn't see him in any of my lives. So I guess that's maybe why I didn't unmoderate him, but he doesn't really go in my lives. If you've seen him or something like that, my bad. But then you said that I talked to Alex and he told me that never happened, bro. Like I know, excuse me, I'm eating. That never really happened, bro. Like I talked to Alex later that day and I was like, bro, we cannot condone this shit. I was like, I don't care who Josh is, we cannot condone this shit. Like I'm in here, I'm in this to catch predators. And that's exactly what I told Alex, and that's what he'll tell anybody. I said, I am in this to catch predators. I'm not fucking with that. I don't care if the girl, and excuse my language, Jetty Q. I don't condone that, you know, so I'm not gonna speak up on his behalf and be like, well, she was crazy, or you know, he was dealing with a crazy person. You are absolutely speaking facts, bro. And I don't want you to think that I continue to associate with him, because I most definitely did not. The most I ever did was because he's a little bit, I mean, like, other than that, if you didn't see that, like, he's a little bit off his rocker. He's a little bit off his rocker. So at times before you brought that up, I felt bad for him. So I would always, you know, kind of like, you know, speak to him sometimes and make sure he's okay and stuff. But as soon as you said that, and I wanna tell you thank you for letting me know that, because if you wouldn't have, I wouldn't know about that. So you kept it real on that one. I wouldn't have known about that if you wouldn't have told me, because nobody else was gonna say anything about it. So I appreciate that.
Okay, yeah, I just thought everybody knew about it, and then because according to Alex, Alex said that he told everybody about it. You know what I mean?
He didn't tell me nothing about it, bro.
See,
And I'm just
now,
keeping it real. I keep it real as much. I'm transparent, bro.
I'm one that, I mean, I'm sorry to interrupt, Polo.
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
But real quick, I mean, I got to remind everybody, okay, while I do support all of the predator poachers for what they do, and this is something I've said in the past, I support every single one of you for what you do for the community and neighborhood and the states and all that, and cities. But, you know, I tend not to catch every single stream for every single one of you guys.
Right, absolutely. And that happened. Like Cam, he now that I see you in here, initially I was like, I had messaged JDQ and I was like, bro, I think this is a setup, bro. I think somebody's coming in just to talk shit to you, bro. You know, I was like, I think somebody's coming. I had no idea that it was you, but as soon as you popped up and started talking about you, I was like, yeah, I remember him. And I just want you to know, bro, that nothing about me is gonna ever try to hide anything like that. I called him out on his bullshit and I disassociated with him. You know, they tried to use the excuse, oh, she was 17. I don't give a shit. I don't care. And again, excuse me for my language, JDQ. But I do not care what the age is, he or who he was dealing with. Whenever I heard the things that he did, and I couldn't find my camera that day, so I Instagram, whatever you call face chat with Josh, and I asked him his side of it. Whenever he told me that, I was like, bro, like we cannot condone that. We can't condone that. You know what I'm saying? Whenever he told me, I was kind of sickened, but you know, he told me some nasty, some disgusting stuff that she did, but regardless, that is not okay. You know, regardless, bro. And that's part of the reason. Okay, he jumped out, but that's all right because me and you talking. I hope my phone doesn't die. Give me a second. But that's part of the reason why I'm taking a break, bro. I'm so tired of the freaking drama, man. Like I got in this to catch predators, and I'm not with the drama that comes along with this genre, bro. But I do want to thank you as a man for calling that out. And I didn't really speak on it anymore, so I can understand your I don't know, I guess misunderstanding with thinking that's the way things went. But I swear that day I was gonna get on StreamYard, and it's weird because I actually like kind of freaked out because I couldn't find my damn camera. So yeah, I couldn't find the camera. So instead of going live and doing it like that, because you guys were going back and forth in the comments, and you know, I called Josh, got his side of it, and then that's how I went. I talked to Alex after that. He didn't tell me to hide anything, but I also told Alex out of my mouth that we cannot condone this. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if he's my friend or whatever, which me and Josh, to be honest with you, we were never really close. I explained that, you know, I kind of just felt bad for him in a way. But hey, he has predator tendencies. I will have nothing to do with that. And that's what I told you whenever you were commenting in the live stream that day. I said, let me find out that it's true, and I would disassociate myself with him. I may not have went about removing it as a moderator, but that's because it wasn't really on my mind to be like, you know, to do that. And he really hasn't been in my live stream since then. I haven't been live in like 4 or 5 days. So I've been just kind of decompressing and moving away from the drama.
And this is why this kind of stream is so important, guys, because I love helping people clarify things, you know, starting with Cam, because honestly, as Polo said earlier, he was talking to me on chat, Polo. He was telling me, hey, man, be careful, because I don't know if that's someone who's on to talk about crap, about predator poachers and all that. So I was careful on my end, while at the same time allowing you, Cam, to express yourself and explain yourself. And of course, Polo popped up on here, and I wanted to allow you guys to talk it over, because it's something that it has to be squashed as soon as possible. And as Polo said, go back to focusing on catching predators themselves. So this is a very important stream.
Right, but it most definitely needs to be talked about because, I mean, it's a fact. Like, those are predator tendencies. The way that what he did was definitely predatorial, you know, and I can't condone it. And I'm saying that right here. I can't see the comments or nothing, but I'm saying that with whoever's watching, I do not condone that for one. All right. But I do appreciate you for calling that out. I know there was a little bit of a misunderstanding, but
first and foremost, I appreciate you, you know. And as a man, like whenever I was messaging him again in the beginning, I'm like, this might be careful, like you don't know who this is. And then I messaged him and I was like, yeah, no, this guy's speaking facts.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, he definitely.
Yeah. Because I don't know if you've seen the video, but my thing was like, man, it's on video.
No, I
My
didn't
thing
even
was
see
like,
the video. Where did you send me the link to? Or do I have you on Instagram?
I don't know. I think I sent a link to you on your page and everything, but I mean, why the lies? But I don't think you can click on them like that.
No, I don't think I was able to click on it, bro. But hey, you know, I did go about it, and I don't talk to him anymore, bro. I'm not cool with people like that, you know.
I'm gonna share them with you, Polo. I have the 2 links, so I'll share them with you later on today.
Yeah, just send them to me on Instagram, man. And
yeah,
I mean, I do appreciate you calling that shit out. You know, it needed to be called out. Although he's not a part of Predator Poachers anymore, we can't condone that shit, man. And me, I stand by myself. I am my own entity. You know, I am on my own. I am taking a break from this stuff right now to decompress and get away from the drama because there's just too much BS going on. And you know, I'll be back and I'll be reinvented when I am back. You know, I'll be a brand new person.
Very good.
Yeah, my thing, because drama is negative for everybody. You know what I mean? Because
exactly.
like you said,
I get
it's
that.
about it takes away your time from trying to be decoys and things of that nature. You gotta address all these allegations.
Exactly. And me,
you know,
like I'm passionate about this shit, man, because I'm actually I've been through things that I refuse to let other people go through. And whenever there's this drama that has nothing to do with catching predators, it takes people like me that have been through trauma and shit like that. It messes us up in the head and throws us off our pivot, man. And that's why I gotta take a little bit of a break. You know, it's not about numbers for me and I gotta keep going because of the numbers. It's about mental health. Really, it's about mental health, bro. And then you got some people that are like, oh, depression doesn't exist. Bullshit. Bullshit. That's bullshit.
Listen,
you've never been through anything if you don't believe depression doesn't exist.
Yeah, I was saying earlier because someone asked about Predator Poachers Mask, Jay, and someone mentioned how he was on vacation, and I was like, you know what? These guys deserve a long vacation. Why? Because you guys are on a constant basis, 24/7, like looking at these weird, nasty chats, you know, talking to these people, you know,
doing that. Yeah, we do that, and then on top of that, bro, we deal with all the nasty comments we get. That's why, Cam, at first I kind of questioned what you were saying because, bro, you got to understand that a lot of people come at us with some weird off the wall shit. So, but whenever I found out it was facts, I was like, all right, he's speaking facts, you know. You know, me as a man, I'm gonna admit you are speaking facts, you know. At first I was like, wow, you know, like this guy came out of nowhere with that, but apparently you knew something I didn't know, bro. I mind my own business because of that. I'm introverted because I can't deal with the drama, and there's a lot that goes along with it. There's drama within catching the predators. There's drama within the YouTube community. That's BS. You know, some of our supporters create drama, you know, and it's just BS, man. You know.
All right. I say Alex is here now too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let him on. I'm gonna let him speak.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see what he has to say. So,
but that's the same thing. My thing was, same thing like you. Like, it's too much drama.
Well, just tell him. Yeah, just tell him what you told me or what you said, bro.
And then you got. I think Josh is the moderator.
Excuse me while I eat, man. I am listening, but I'm eating as well. Okay.
That's fine.
I think he a moderator on CC Unit, I believe.
Right.
And my thing is, if you go back, like I said, I keep track. I'm like a nerd dude. You know what I mean? You know that got sharp mind, and I see how it all unfolded. I saw that he met her on.
See, I didn't know anything about it, bro.
Yeah.
I really didn't. But it's because I mind my own business. You know what I mean?
If you look at her, you could tell, even though she's 17, she looked like a little kid. You know what I mean? If you go back to her the way she was talking, she talked like a little kid. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
and I don't even know who we're speaking of. Like, I really don't, bro.
Yeah, her name is Dulce. DULL. It's like a little Hispanic girl.
Oh, okay.
From
See, now that you say that, I think I've seen the name before in his chats, but I didn't know who it was. I try not to pry too much. I'm not like, hey, who is that? You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't try
Polo,
too
man. I'm a
much.
humble ass dude. Shit. Oh, it's Polo. What's up, Polo?
What's up?
Oh, hear me?
What up, Alex? Welcome, man. Welcome.
Dude, I got a dude, I guess somebody told me that they were talking about like the Josh story or whatever. Dude, I'm just gonna say both of them are psycho as fuck. They're both done on my channel. And yeah, I had both of them modded and I removed them as mods. Like, you know, I should have removed them earlier, but yeah, man. They're gone as mods. And then there's another, you know, just both of them are just need to go, man. And they're both not part of the channel anymore, and that's it.
Good. Thank you for clarifying that up, man. I appreciate that. And I'm pretty sure
and
too.
like the thing is, none of them are blameless, and you know, they're both just fucking crazy. You know, just because you're slightly under 18 doesn't absolve you from being crazy. They're both fucking crazy, and they're both gone from the channel, and that's it. Like, from both sides, it was just a bunch of bullshit from both of them, and you know, I'm not having that one way or another. You know what
I mean? Okay. My thing is to Alex. See, only difference is by you putting blame on her, partially blame on her, is because you're like 20 years old. You kind of like close to her age,
right?
And just like you say, when if a predator is 18 or 19, you're not gonna bust them really because they're kind of close to your age. But even though my thing is, see, I'm a little older, you know, and then if you go by the law, he's a predator. So my thing is, you can't blame the child. Yeah.
I know he's a predator.
Yeah.
And they're both done. And there's something else that came out on him. Like, he was filming kids on July 4th, like, fucking insane. So, and maybe I made a bad judgment. I'm obviously not perfect and shit. Like, you know, maybe I should have just, you know, said, Josh, get the fuck away from me as soon as it happened. And I didn't do it. And maybe it was because I'm closer. And who the fuck knows, man? Like, obviously, I'm not fucking perfect, you know, and I'm not some judge, you know. I'm just hearing both sides, and that's the decision I made. But I did distance myself from both of them, and now they're both extremely gone from my channel, and they're not coming back. So that's it. You know?
I think that's what people were like hoping to hear you say, because I mean, I think everybody in this chat and furthermore, like on each every channel, whether it be on yours or Polo's or Rami's, you know, most people want to just finish with all this drama in general, all right? And just kind of like go back to focusing, watching you guys confront these predators, and that's it. Like, nobody wants any more of this drama, no matter what kind of drama it is, whether it be on a separate channel or two channels against each other. Nobody wants to continue seeing and hearing any of it. We just want to focus on seeing you guys do what you got to do, and that's it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, easy to say, but a lot of people love watching it, and I'm done with it at this point. Tried to say it yesterday. I'm done with it at this point, and now that everything's cleared up, people should just stop picking at it, because in the end, nobody's perfect on either side, you know, from wherever, no matter what the scenario is, and you know, yeah, let's move on and focus on the branch bash and focus on catching predators.
There you go. Well said, man. I agree with you 100% there, man. So nobody's perfect, and everybody has their own issues. But people who drag the drama along are the subscribers themselves sometimes. So, you know, if you got something to say to all your followers, Alex, go ahead and let them know, like, hey, you know, I don't want to hear any more about this, you know, Rami versus me, or this to catch a predator sometimes person. You know, let's just squash all this right now and move forward, like you just said. But to your followers.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's on me to do that. Like, I'm not gonna, I can't really control what people behind the screen do, you know. So it's on me to time them out or hide people or whatever the hell I want to do. But yeah, just I'll tell them this, just so y'all know. Please refrain or I'm not going to talk about any drama anymore. And yeah, I should have moved more swiftly on the Josh thing, but you know, this is just from me hearing both sides, and from me personally getting a message from this girl on that burner account that Josh showed me like a few months ago, of her saying like, "I hope your girl dies," and you know, like she's crazy too. Okay, and that's just what I thought. And but it turns out both of them are psycho, and like especially after what Josh pulled on July 4th of filming fucking little kids, definitely gone. And yeah, so I'm past that shit. I'm the only people I care about on YouTube are Polo, OTR, and Southeast Texas. And I'm not gonna name all my branches, but you know, all my branches pretty much, man. And that's what matters. And that's what I'm gonna talk about. So if you want to ask me, am I gonna put a fist in Polo's face in 2 days? I absolutely am. But other than that, no type of drama or beef or any of that shit. You know, no hatred.
Got you. Alex, man, I appreciate you coming on here, bro. I appreciate your time. Thank you for even clearing anything up. I think everybody on here appreciates it as well. I think you've matured a lot within the last few weeks or months. Not to say that you were an actual child, but you know, as far as addressing things and clarifying things and being, you know, responsible about all that's been going on your channel.
Oh yeah, I know, man, dude.
So we all appreciate that, man.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, definitely matured more than 1 year from 19 to 20. I'll tell you that. You know, both in hairline and in fucking attitude and all that. So yeah, man.
But regarding drama, my thing is that drama
get going. But
that drama is not going to end anytime soon because.
Hey, Cam, quit fucking with my channel, huh? Quit fucking with my channel.
Hey,
quit ruining my channel. Quit fucking with my channel.
I
swear to God, I'm gonna fucking find you.
We made an agreement. You know what I mean? But yeah, we'll tell you the reason why I deleted your comments.
Remove my comments again. I'll remove you from the face of the fucking earth. Huh?
The reason I deleted your comments.
No, I'm just fucking with you, man. No, I know we're good.
The reason I deleted your comments was to show you that it does affect your rating. If you look at your last video, it probably only got about 6,000 ratings after 24 hours, and you got less engagement. You know what I mean? Because before you kept saying that, oh, it doesn't mess up. You even said yesterday it doesn't mess up your ratings. You know what I mean? But that's before your video came out. You know what I mean? If you notice, your last video has probably under 200 comments and 6,000 views. We're normally.
See, I don't know about that because there's dropping a video on prime time, like, you know, prime time on a fucking Friday night, and there's dropping a video in the middle of the day on a Monday. So that was probably on me for dropping it at such a shitty time. But I don't know. And the fact that, yeah, I mean, who knows? There are definitely some videos that do better than others, you know? So I can't pin it on that until I see a bigger sample size.
All right. I mean, just that, like I said, I just keep track of numbers. I noticed that before y'all was growing, like you and Remy for the last month, y'all been growing, increasing in subscription at the same pace. You know what I mean? Like you've been ahead of him by an average of 10,600. But now I think oh yeah, I do numbers. You know what I mean? I just see numbers and just math pop in my head. So you've been ahead of him by about 10,600 for the last month. You know what I mean? So y'all been moving at the same pace of increasing subscriptions. But since yesterday, he gained you. He had a gain of 200 on you. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean. So it's a 200 subscription person switch since yesterday. And then if you haven't noticed yesterday when you went live, people were saying that they didn't get a notification. You know what I mean? Some people, you know what I mean. So your notification went down.
Oh, that happens regardless. Cam, you're lagging a little bit. Like it sounds like you're kind of using auto tune. Can you say Lil Wayne for me? Let's go like Lil Wayne.
Yeah, I feel you. But another thing, when people delete your comments, it messes up your true comment number. Because if you haven't noticed that, if you look at the number of comments you have, let's say for instance, if you had 1,200 comments, I mentioned it to you yesterday, and then someone deletes like 1,000 of them, but then you restore them all. Once you restore them all, It may have 1,200 comments on there, but it's gonna say 900. So it does mess up your numbers though. But that's no, I mean that's besides the point though. But I was just showing you that that nobody gonna delete their own comments for no reason. That was the main thing. You know what I mean? And then it does take time. You know what I mean? You only deleted like I think about 2,000 of your comments. You know what I mean? So just imagine.
Who knows, man? Maybe I'll need a bigger sample size. Maybe.
Yeah. If I delete 40,000 comments, you're gonna see a big difference. It's gonna take you more time. You know what I mean? It's gonna be like a headache because it takes your time. It takes your time away from focus on positive stuff. See? You know what I mean? So my thing is it like you said, y'all should both focus on catching predators and just stop all the drama because it's negative for both sides, for all the sides. You know what I mean? Y'all both gonna get negative comments. Y'all both gonna lose subscribers. You know what I mean? And y'all both gonna catch less predators. No, that's my whole point.
Good job, Cam. That was great.
Yeah, I know, man. Yeah, I know. You're definitely right. It is just overdone. But I don't know if you're still a mod cam, but can you like refrain from deleting comments? if you're still a mod.
Yeah, I said that you
don't make me write
to delete me. To delete me, you're gonna have to delete. You're gonna have to start all over, delete everybody.
I don't care how many Cam Robinsons.
That's incognito.
Right.
I mean, it's best. You know what I mean? Like once you like
Cam,
once you put your face on here.
Cam, listen, motherfucker. I have deep connections in YouTube and I have deep connections in Google. And my neighbor's actually my neighbor actually started Google, so he can find who you are. I'll make a video on you, dog. I swear to God, bro. So just be careful, man. Just be careful.
You can't make it. I haven't even trolled you.
Actually,
you know what I mean?
Google headquarters is actually right next to my house.
I'm a hacker. I'm a hacker by trade. I haven't used none of my hacking skills not once yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I hope you. My dad's name is actually FBI. It's really Frederick Ben Incognito. It stands for FBI. He's an FBI agent. He can fuck you up. So just refrain from doing anything to my channel. I swear to God, bro.
Oh my goodness.
Speak careful.
Anyway,
I should troll the FBI. Don't. It's no worries.
I'm gonna have to let you guys go.
Yeah.
Both of you, Cam, Alex, thank you for providing some information and clarifying some things. I appreciate that. And like I said earlier, appreciate it as well. But yeah, I'll be reaching out to a few more predator poachers. Alex, I don't know if in the future you want to do an interview still, like in a few months or something.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
Sounds good. So
right.
There you guys go. Y'all have a blessed day. And remember, no drama. All right, no drama, and just stick to catching. All right.
Oh yeah, like Mary J. Blige said, no more drama in my life.
There you go. Very well said.
Yeah, like you said. Thanks. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you guys go, man. Have a good day. Cam, thank you for stopping by, bro, for sharing the information, like I just said. And yeah, everybody on this stream, if you can, share the stream with anybody else who enjoys hearing about the whole predator poachers topic, about any of the predator poachers in general, to help stop and squash the drama and all this nonsense, and this get back to watching and supporting these guys do what they do, which is confront the predators, pedophiles, and all that good stuff. And so just share this stream with anybody else who you think would be interested in watching it. All right. Cam, thank you so much for being respectful to the channel and everybody on here. You got anything else to say before I end the broadcast?
No, I appreciate you having me on, and peace out.
All right, my man. Have a good one. Everybody else on the chat, see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for stopping by. As always, like the stream, sub to the channel if you haven't already. Share the stream with anybody else. And I'll be back with you guys tomorrow. Love you all and stay blessed. Peace out. I'm gonna say this anyways, but I'm just gonna type it in for future viewers. Just gonna ask if you guys can hear me, just to let me know. Because every now and then, no matter what I do and how I set things up, sometimes there's like hiccups within the microphone or whatever. So all right. Awesome. Appreciate that, guys. Rachel, what's going on? NJ, what's going on? Thank you guys for stopping by. Today's stream is hopefully a quick one. I just want to do like a quick unboxing video while at the same time talk about the last stream, which was the interview with Polo last Friday. And just kind of like, in a way, get a feedback from you guys that we're here to actually like see it and go down. I was able to read a few, if not most of the comments during the stream and after I was done with like questioning Polo. But I would like a chance to get like a better idea of how you guys think it went, you know, because I do have a few other interviews lined up in the works. One of those interviews, I mean, I'll be definitely announcing through social media again, like I did this last one. But yeah, I understand that from, for example, someone who commented, which was my dad actually, but because he was watching the interview, but he was telling me that everything was good, that he liked everything, and it was interesting. But in his opinion, which honestly I do agree with, he says that it was like longer than what it should have been. And like I said, I completely agree with that because going into the actual interview, I intended it to be an hour or under an hour, but like the whole stream took like an hour and a half, basically. And, you know, Pops gave me like a few tips here and there as to how to go about it next time to kind of like shed some hours off of it. And, but, you know, I would like to know what you guys have to say about that or your personal opinions, you know, kind of like just let me know if you minded that it was that long. If you wish it was like a lot shorter or just like half hour shorter or half hour mark in total. Rebecca, what's going on? Listen, I haven't reached out to you, Rebecca, through email because NY Creeps, appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, like in the chat area, guys, just kind of like leave your personal opinion and your feedback and constructive criticism, because when I do interviews in the future, every time I do an interview with somebody, I do want to do better every time and kind of, you know, reach a professional grade and level to each interview to where it's like, you know, it's so good that it has to be shared across any and every platform that, you know, you guys want it to be on. So, but yeah, like I was saying, Rebecca, I haven't reached out to you through email because shortly after you messaged me through, like on the stream, after the whole interview or whatever, I got a message, and I think it was from Sunshine. And, you know, I kind of like talked to her for a little bit, and she explained how she was gonna talk to you in regards of like modding the channel and all that. And so that's why I haven't like reached out, but I'm in no way, shape, or form mad at you. because you were concerned that I was like upset with you or something. I'm definitely not mad. You know, and no way, shape, or form am I even, you know, upset with you at all. Because, you know, let's see, no doubt, keep doing anything. Dang, man, you see? All right, so hold up. I'm gonna read some of these comments in a second, but just everybody look at the chat area. All right, your boy here, NY Creep Spotlight, just said something very interesting. He says, and I'll be down to go to PR to catch some pedals. So I'm gonna have to chat with NY Creeps later on today. If you could leave his Instagram or some kind of information to where I can contact him on. I mean, I could go to the channel and I guess hit you up there. But yeah, that's gonna be very interesting. If we can make that happen, whether it be next year or at the end of this year or whatever, that would be great, bro. Like that would be awesome if we can make that happen, because I'm already buying gear to get ready for that kind of situation. So I appreciate you inviting yourself, well, offering yourself to help out with that. So definitely. Yeah. PR, Puerto Rico, arriba, Boricua. So let's see. By Rachel, suggestion: if he or she puts out an answer before you ask the question, you don't need to ask the question. You will get better as you continue. Yeah, Rachel. So it's funny that you mentioned that. That was one of the things that I actually told Dad that I needed to fix, because I'm aware that like maybe 2 or 3 times, maybe a little more, Polo had answered a question whether before I asked him, or I had a question after. Well, both ways, I guess. He would answer something before I would get to it, and then sometimes, you know, I would have an additional question to kind of like expand on it, to where, you know, he would expand on it, of course, but in a way, it was like unnecessary to add on that connecting question when he kind of already explained or answered it in the previous question. So definitely, I'll be trying to fix that. Definitely, Rachel. So thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, I'm aware of that, but thank you for pointing that out. I appreciate it. NY Creep Spotlight next year. All right, bet. That's good looking out, man. I'll definitely be ready to get something started concerning that whole thing next year, because God willing, guys, we're already at the 625 mark with the subscribers. So God willing, before this year ends, I'm already at the 1,000 mark, which means that from that point forward, I'm going to be able to stream through my phone, which will be definitely necessary for future potential catches, you know, in different areas. So if you guys can help me get to that 1,000 subscriber mark sooner, who knows? I might make it happen before next year. But if it takes up until next year, you know, I'll definitely link up with some people like NY Creeps, and hopefully, you know, take that trip to PR and do some catches, God willing. You know, because that'd be great, man. If I could help my homeland with that situation as much as possible, like while I'm there, whether it be visiting or vacationing or whatever, that would be awesome, you know? So once again, NY Creep Spotlight, thank you for the offer. Thank you for wanting to do that. I appreciate it, man. Rachel says, I only say that because you asked for suggestions. The interview was good, though. Yeah, no, and I welcome all and every suggestions that will definitely improve the way I conduct my interviews in the future. So yeah, once again, Rachel, I appreciate that. And by the way, yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm hoping so, man, because I'm definitely aware that back on the island, there's a lot of that. Like it might not be like public knowledge like that, because once again, there hasn't been that many people willing to risk their life and go out there and expose these people. But I'm well aware. I'm well aware that this happens just as much as it happens over here in the States. Local and tourists, oh yeah, definitely tourists, man. Listen, I hate to say this, but I've heard people, okay, whether it be playing around, joking around, or whatever, tell me directly, like, hey man, like, you got any advice for if ever I go visiting PR, like, how the women, this and that. And it's almost always like one of the first things on the list for single like men to kind of like look for or look into when they go touring outside of the States or another country or whatever. And it just boggles my mind, how that's not like the last thing on the list. You know what I'm saying? Which I get it. Like if you're single and you're looking for someone, that's of age and like legal or whatever, that's your business. It is what it is. But it's funny how like that's like top 2 or 3 things, and then everything else is like, all right, so where is like good food? Like, what do you consider good food? Like, where can I, it's funny how that works, man. All right, so while I'm asking and receiving answers and all that stuff, I'm gonna open some of this stuff up. I mean, technically it's only like 2 bags, but I'm gonna try to take my time with it. But yeah, definitely local and tourists, telling you, and then PR, because not to toot our own horn here, okay? Every nationality is beautiful, and every nationality and country and place has its beauty and everything. But I gotta say, like when people ask me who are some of the most beautiful women in the world, I've got to say it's my sisters on the island. All right, the Puerto Rican women is eye candy across the whole world. Like no matter where you're at, it's kind of like people are always asking, like, man, like I kind of wish like I could see some like Puerto Rican chicks on here, So once again, not to play down on any other females in other countries and all that, but my fellow sisters on the island got it going on, all right? And I know because my girlfriend is obviously Puerto Rican. Well, she's half and half, but half Puerto Rican and half Cuban. So yeah, I would know. So speaking of gear to getting ready, all right, what I have here is a pair of gloves that, if need be, I'm planning on putting them on anyways, whenever I do catches or whatever. But these are like tactical gloves that I ordered from Wish months ago, as with everybody else who orders on Wish. I haven't been wanting to say this. All right. Yeah, I ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. That's what NY Creeps say. Y'all ain't ready for those catches in PR, son. So let's see. NY Creeps. Oh, let me put that down real quick. Hold on. I'll be right back, guys. All right. I'm going to save that on the phone because I'll be definitely hitting you up later today, bro. Let's see. Okay. I think I found you. I'm pretty sure I found you. With the Yankee hat, right? It's like a black Yankee hat or camouflage Yankee hat. I think it is you. I don't like to assume, but when I look up that name, that's like the first one that pops up. All right. So yeah, I found you, bro. Okay. So Rachel says I want to go to PR. I will one day. Rachel, listen. I've said this before. All right. If anybody ever goes to PR, okay, make sure that you go, if you can, with someone who is from there or who's been there before a few times, or you know, someone that you can trust to pretty much like make sure you don't go to some areas where you shouldn't go. Okay, but I'm not saying it's like an extremely like hellish place, because that's not the case. But as with the states, there's multiple areas for such a small island. Okay, sometimes I look at the map and I can't even find it because of how small Puerto Rico is. Okay, but within that small piece of island, there's so many places that are like really messed up, and you should just keep an eye out for. All right, and avoid at all costs. So, all right, I'm liking how these feel, man. Okay, all right. I'm about to cut some of this off, but overall, this is some nice feels. It's almost like the gloves that Deadpool wore in the first movie. I can't really tell if he wore them in the second movie. But Rachel, I do definitely recommend you visiting before you know, you can't, because I don't know how things are over there right now with the whole traveling because of the corona and all that. But definitely, when you get a chance, I do recommend you visiting Puerto Rico for sure. Some of the things that a lot of people won't mention that you should do while you're there is if you go to, I think it's in Calle, I have to double check. It's either Calle or Barranquilla, but one of those two towns, there's like a river, and it has this like huge pool, deep. Supposedly, they say they haven't found the bottom of that river pool yet because of how deep it is. But it's beautiful, man. It's called El Gran Cañón San Cristobal. Okay. And I always recommend it to everybody who asks me, oh, like, what are some good places to go to or whatever? If I ever visit PR, that's one of the first places I mention, because I've gone there like maybe, I would say like 3 or 4 times when I used to live over there, and it was always worth it. The only thing is that they do recommend, if you're going to go as early as you can to enjoy as much as you can, because once the tides start going up at a certain hour, it gets dangerous. And obviously it's like in the like rainforest-y type of place where it's like a bunch of like, you know, trees and all this wilderness and all that. So it can be dangerous if you stay there too long. But if you go there early and you're able to enjoy yourself, it's worth the wait and worth and it's free. Well, if you go the right route, it's free. If you go through another route, you know, they might charge you some unnecessary money. But anyways, I didn't say anything about that. You didn't hear from me. Okay, Rachel? You did not hear anything from me. You just heard it's a nice place to go to. And yeah. So these gloves are nice. I'm going to have to consider wearing these on the catches. All right. Let's see what else. I think the other thing that came here is the bodysuit. It's like a body armor type of thing. Not bulletproof, because I'm not there yet. But it's some kind of like torso protector and all that stuff. So we'll see how that looks. But yeah, guys, as you're stopping by the stream, if you can, obviously give this video a thumbs up. I can't see from here because I'm using StreamYard, and I can't tell when you guys are giving the video a thumbs up. But I trust that every single one of you has done so already as you're stopping by. All right, so that's the gloves. By the way, it's raining here. Well, it was raining up until like a minute or two ago down here in Florida. So it's always a nice day when it rains. Is it just me, you know, or are black, gray, rainy days some of the best days? Like, I love black, rainy days. Like, if it's like early outside, like it is now, like 2:50 or 2 or 1 o'clock in the afternoon or 12 o'clock, and it's raining and it's like mad dark outside, I get like really happy and excited. And I don't know what that says about my character, because I'm not a dark person at all, but it's just something about the rain and like the gray and black sky. It just calms me down. I don't know. It just brings some kind of like joy to me. I don't know why. It's weird, but. Let's see what this is, because I don't remember getting this. Yo, stream link. Sure, I'll give it to you right now. Southern Bell's asking. Wait, hold on. Cam, I'm sorry. Cam Robinson's asking for the stream link. I believe is this one right here. Yeah. So, rain is a good thing. Yeah, I mean, I love it. I can't get enough of it. Like, it's just something about it. Like hurricanes too. As long as it's not too bad, no one gets killed. Yeah. Oh, now that you say that, it's funny because my sister, she was living here for a while, and she was like on her way back from work to like my parents' place, and there was like a tornado warning like on her route to like on her way home on her route, and she got excited instead of getting scared or whatever. She got like excited, and she's I want to see it. I want to be able to like record it or whatever. And my parents were like mad, like, are you kidding me right now? Are you crazy? Like, you're excited and happy to be on the way home with a potential tornado following you or near you? And she was like, yeah, because I've never like seen one in person, so that'd be nice. All right, hold on. So let's read some of these. This is funny. All right. Southern Bell says, hello from Florida. Southern Bell, thank you so much. You know, Southern brother and sister, I guess. So NJ says, you need to unlock my guy level prey catching for the bulletproof vest, bro. I agree. And you know what? Eventually it'll get there, God willing. But yeah, like that's why I said, you know, for now, I'm not doing that whole bulletproof because it's too much, and I'm not even, you know what I'm saying? It's dangerous out there, but I haven't gotten to that point to where it's like, you know, like I'm a threat or something, you know? So Rachel says, yes, I love those days when I'm off. Yeah, I'm the same. Well, either way, if I'm off, it's even better. But when I'm like at work, as long as it doesn't rain on my way home, it's fine. Like I don't mind it. But if it's raining like before my shift ends or after my shift ends, I'm like back here, I love it. It's amazing. Rachel says, I like hurricanes too, as long as it's not too bad and no one gets killed. DJ Donnie Woo. All right, what up? What up, DJ? This hurricane season in North Carolina. I've never been to North Carolina, but I've heard some things. So I guess it's like a typical thing, as typical as earthquakes are in California. So that's cool. Like I wish I had that blessing over here. Mind you, I'm calling it a blessing just because I think it looks pretty or looks beautiful. It's not good though, but I'm aware of that. So apparently I have some sweatpants that I didn't even know I got from Wish. And I'm gonna have to find a way to, I don't know, give them away or sell them or something, because for the life of me, I cannot remember me ordering these, and that's kind of messed up because there's a bunch of other things that I did order that still haven't gotten here. Donnie Woo, thank you for the compliment on the green screen. You know, I've had this for a while, guys, but the lazy side of me, I'll get to that in a second, Sagtown. The lazy side of me said, you know, let me just record like just regular, normal, you know, like home view, like live streams or whatever, and see how it goes. Because I have seen a few vloggers like doing it, and I'm like, you know, let me try it out, you know. Apparently, I've not gotten to that level yet to where, you know, people are that interactive to the streams where they don't care how the background looks. So for now, I'm going to be using like this software and website plus a green screen behind me because I mean it just looks a lot better for what I try to do or what I do from time to time. So I appreciate the compliment, man. Peace and AKR Matt also. Okay, so yeah, I have to visit so many places, guys. I have to visit so many states. One of the places that I really, really want to go to, speaking of like rain and stuff, freaking Seattle. I want to go to Seattle so bad, like before I die, because you know the rainy city or whatever. Come on now. Earthquakes. It depends on the strength of the earthquake, Rachel. But I don't know. The ones that I've experienced, they haven't been too bad. They you can feel them obviously, and you can see things like shake, and you know that you can see things going on. But I have not, that I can remember at least, I have not experienced to the magnitude of like holy crap, the world's ending type of strength of earthquake. You know. I've heard of other people who've experienced that level of earthquake, and they say it's like they think they're gonna fall through the ground because of how strong it is. But I haven't been there yet. I haven't experienced that yet, so I can't really talk too much about that kind of earthquake. The ones I felt are just kind of like a few seconds long, you know, like 5 seconds, like holy crap, and then that's it. You know, it's kind of like, exactly. Yeah, exactly, Rebecca. But all right. So along with the unpacking, which I already kind of did, well, I did, you know, the gloves and the unwanted sweatpants from Wish. A few things I wanted to talk about today, outside of the feedback on the interviews and all that stuff. Give me 1 second, guys. Interesting. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, so that's that. All right, sorry about that. So some of the things that I want to do on the channel, you know, seeing as how good the interview went and everything, is I want to get a perspective on all sides of the situation. You know, I want to interview like the catcher. I want to interview law enforcement. I want to interview former victims, and potentially, hopefully it gets to that. But I potentially I also want to interview a predator, him or herself, and get everybody's like side of the pie, and kind of like understand better, you know, everybody's perspective on things. And yeah, the one of those interviews I already have lined up is it's going to be with a former victim, which is actually a subscriber to the channel, and they reached out to me. They want to talk about their side of the story, and they want to talk about what they went through as a minor, as a child, you know, going through that situation. And so that should be good. So keep an eye out for that interview. I've already scheduled to make it happen sometime mid this month, or between mid-month or towards the end. So keep an eye out for that. NJ says Seattle's cool. Went there with my lady before the pandemic hit earlier this year. We've also done a Vancouver, Seattle trip. Flew into Vancouver, hung out a few days, then took a train down to Seattle. Awesome. And I'm happy you got to do that before the pandemic. So that's awesome, bro. Predator Poachers Michigan. Hey, everybody say what's up to Predator Poachers Michigan. All right. I thank you so much for making an appearance. I appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by. I'm just gonna call you PPM because that's like a long ass name. But thank you for stopping by. I mean, not as long as Central Florida, because that's another word added on there, but it's still kind of, it's still kind of long. But anyways, thank you, Michigan. I appreciate that. You also be blessed. Continue what you're doing. What's good, bro? Bay City. Yeah. That's what it was, because they changed their name. Bay City in Michigan. All right, so you know what? You're talking about Jay, right, Rachel? Jay from Prairie Poachers, Massachusetts. I haven't heard, and I follow him in a few platforms. Maybe I don't follow him enough to like know what he's like up to. But maybe he did. I don't know. That's something that I have to reach out to him and ask, because I have also been thinking about that. I think the last stream that I saw him do was when he was like out in the river, kind of like just like hiking or whatever. Oh, okay. So that kind of explains the whole river walk thing. That's a little bit from the tube. Yeah, which is okay, guys. I mean, what these predator catchers do on a daily basis takes up so much mental and psychological strength and emotion, and obviously, physical health gets hurt too. So when these guys take a break, it's understandable. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they be doing what they do for like 24/7, constantly, like every day, for like weeks, months at a time, like nonstop. So obviously, he needs a break, and so I wouldn't blame him if he did. Dano, what's up, man? So I'm the one that was talking about me. Okay, so I'm getting some interesting news here on a private chat area, and I might have to end this broadcast in a minute or two and start a new one. Or let me see if I can edit the title on this one. Okay, just be 1 second, guys. Okay, I'm just trying to see if I can. All right, so it's not letting me change the title of the stream. Yeah. You know what? Hold on. Okay, so how you doing, my guy? Benno, thank you for stopping by. I just subbed. Michigan, hey, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right, so you guys, I'm going to have to end the stream and start a new one. So just bear with me, just because I have some really interesting news on the side here from the apparent rogue mod that betrayed Rami and was between Alex and Rami and all that. Predator catchers got to work on their speed and condition. Yeah, I mean, the kid from CC Unit goes. I mean, from what I've seen, he's pretty fast. But I agree. Most of them should work on their conditioning, because if it gets down to it, and the predator starts running, they should have the condition and endurance to run after these guys if need be. So I agree with that. So I'm gonna end the stream at 3:10 ish. And before I do that, though, you guys know me, and you guys understand how transparent I like to be, and how I want to give everybody a chance to explain themselves. Okay, and I try to hear everybody out. So someone just messaged me through the private chat area saying how, you know, they're the rogue mod that was Rami's moderator, then like betrayed him or whatever, and moderates for Alex and all that. And he wants to say something. I know there's a lot of you who are interested into that whole situation. Me, I kind of got past it already, but you know, if there's information there that he wants to share, then you know, I'm not gonna like hold him back. I'm gonna let that person explain themselves and share their information. And because I'm not one to, if you got something to say about a situation or like drama or you know, anything that has to do with explaining something that happened, you know, I don't mind hearing everybody out. So let's see if is everybody okay with that? If I end the stream and then just start a new one and allow this person to explain themselves, or what do you guys think? Because me personally, you know, I'm willing to hear them out, you know, and that if you guys know anything about me, you know, I do my best to be understanding and respectful and pretty much let everybody express themselves. So is everybody okay with that? Everybody agree that I should let this person explain themselves and, you know, say what they got to say about that situation of the whole rogue mod thing? Everybody cool with that? Everybody want to see that? If I see that the majority says aye or yay, you know, or thumbs up, then I'll do it. So I'm gonna wait for everybody to like respond to that. Let's see. I'm gonna give them till 3:10 to let everybody kind of like respond. All right, so okay, so all right, so there's I guess another road mod in here. Okay, so at 3:10, I'll close this one and open up another stream and allow this person to explain and say whatever they gotta say. Hopefully, yeah, understandable, NY creeps. But like I said earlier, you know, I'm the type of person who I try to be as understanding as I can be and try to allow people to kind of like, you know, share their story. So, you know, I'll let the person talk. I do, however, hope that the person does their best to keep the swearing and all this other stuff to a minimum. And yeah, and just hopefully it comes with some actual useful information. All right. So I'm going to close this down real quick and start a new one, and I'll see you guys there, okay? And Jay, What's going on, man? Good afternoon, brother. Yes, happy Sunday to you as well. It is the Lord's Day, but of course, it is always the Lord's Day every day. But y'all know how it is. Today is just an extra special. Y'all know what I mean. Bill, what's going on? Everybody that's joining in on the stream, I appreciate your time. I appreciate your appearance, your support, your love. Right in the chat area, I really greatly appreciate you as always, every single time. Everybody on here, Eric, Richard, everybody. All right, so as you guys just saw in the title area, all right, we are going to be talking about the new Tory news that just happened, I think, yesterday. Just read my daddy. So what we're going to talk about, yes, VLB, well, VL baby girl. What's going on, everybody? Before I even continue, I want to say ahead of time to anybody and everybody who joins on today's stream, I highly appreciate you. I'm beyond grateful for you kind of like using your time to be on here. You could be anywhere else in the world, all right? As Lincoln Park once said. But you're here with not with us because it's just me, but you're here with me. So I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. So, yeah, I heard about that. And we're going to get to that a little bit later, Eric, but we're definitely going to talk about it later on. Sunshine, everybody give a round of applause and a hands up for Sunshine. All right, she's feeling better. She's back on her feet. She's at 110%. She is back on the grind. So show Sunshine some love. I mean, everybody show everybody some love in the chat area, obviously. But, of course, she was missing from the chats and the live streams that I've been doing the last few days or whatever. So it's good to have her back. So anyways, without further ado, guys, yesterday was an eventful day for sure. Matter of fact, it wasn't even yeah, we'll get to that, Eric. We'll get to that. So this is what happened. All right. I got to say this from the get-go because if not, you guys will not fully understand what happened, with me at least, okay? So usually you guys know me for being pretty much that guy that you can almost count on, 100% to like record the live streams of Rami and, other Predator Catcher channels and all that good stuff. Usually I'm that guy, all right? But not yesterday, but the day before yesterday, I had my hands tied all afternoon, all the way until like 1 in the morning, okay? And I was beyond busy. I was trying to help my dad out with something that he was trying to do for his church. And I could have recorded the stream that Rami did and like uploaded it to my channel on the spot. But what had happened was that because first of all, I worked all morning and then I worked all afternoon, all went until 1 in the morning. I was extremely exhausted. I was like tired. Like when I got to the house at 1 in the morning, I didn't even put my phone in charge. I just threw it on the floor and basically just went to sleep. But I was aware that he had some news about Tory from Predator Poachers. And I wanted to like see what that was about because obviously, when he says it's like important news or whatever, or he's gonna expose this person, I was like, it's interesting. But I went straight to sleep. The minute I wake up, I remembered and I'm like, holy crap, like I forgot to check what that whole thing with Tory was about. So when I go on to YouTube, as I usually do, I see the notifications of like Rami, like doing like putting up the live stream of what had happened or whatever. And apparently Tory from Predator Poachers, the secretary, if you will, for Alex Rosen on Predator Poachers Texas or the Hub, was exposed to be a catfish. All right. Now, here's the thing, guys. And this is where this channel kind of like strives on. All right. Now, the question here is, all right, was she wrong for catfishing the predator poachers, or were the predator poachers, or better said, Alex, wrong for not doing a really good background check on her to make sure, obviously, she is who she says she is? Because if these guys, especially Alex, are really good at what they do, catching these predators and pretty much like exposing them and doing a background check on them, why were they not able to, kind of like, if it's someone who's going to work in the organization, you would think, they would do like a background check and see, okay, this person is who they say they are, blah, blah, blah. The basics, the foundations of what it is to add someone to your team or organization. You know what I'm saying? What up, Alan? What's going on? So that's like the question that's on my mind. I mean, don't get me wrong. Obviously, anybody who catfishes anybody is in the wrong. But what I'm trying to say here is, what's actually worse? Tori pulling that off as well as she did and I'm not even gonna say, because it's weird, because Tori, now I'm thinking about the person who actually was on the picture, but it wasn't the person on the picture. So I mean, who even knows if her real name is Tori? Let's see. Big Man says, I'm replacing Tori as secretary / brand ambassador of Predator Poachers. Follow me on IG. I don't even know if that's true, but sure. We'll give you a follow, Big Man. I mean, from what I've seen thus far from you, I can vouch for you to a certain extent. So, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, Taylor. Like, and this is nothing against Alex fully, at least not completely. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's perfect. And when you're doing something like this for the first time, obviously, people reach out to you and you want to hope, for the best and say, yeah, like, let's have this person on with the team or whatever. You see what I'm saying? Sunshine? See, that's not even her name, right? So I don't even know the person who was pretending to be Tori. I don't even know her real name. So what's really worse? The fact that this person had the balls or the guts and the finesse to kind of like sneak their way into the organization, you know what I'm saying? Or the fact that, that these guys did not handle the background check as well as they should. And I say they because I don't want to point fingers towards Alex himself. All of them, every single one of them. Somebody in that organization should have said, hold up, bro, like, has anyone like met up with this person or at least done like a video chat or something, anything to kind of like, make sure just for the heck of it, just to see that this person is who they say they are, at least, because as Rami said, no one cares if you're 200, 300, 400, 500 pounds. Just if you're honest from the get-go, okay, cool. You're this person and you're, selected to be a secretary, whatever. It is what it is. It's the fact that, they got catfished as well as they did for as long as they did. Because how long has predator approaches been a thing? And I want to say Tori has been like the secretary for like over a year now, maybe. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, if it was that easy for a regular person to kind of like finesse their way into the organization, what's to be expected? You know what I'm saying? Like, who is there? Like somebody else catfishing the predator poachers within the organization? I mean, are they all who they say they are? I don't even know. I don't even know who's working inside their actual team. So let's see. Sunshine says, I think it's equal fault on both sides. Definitely. Taylor says, no one knows who this Tory lady is. Big Man says, we did a video chat and different things to verify that I'm who I am, so they learn from there at least. Okay, Tori was with Predator Poacher for 6 months. I thought it was more, man. I honest to God, I thought she was in the Predator Poachers branch organization for longer than that. But yeah, 6 months is half a year. So, I mean, you might as well say almost towards a year. But yeah, finessing this shit. Yeah, exactly. And that's scary, man. That's scary to think that these guys are professionals in what they do and finding out the fakes and people who pretend to be and who don't pretend to be, and, kind of like knowing their way around the fakes and the real people. it's kind of like a little troublesome, a little worrisome, you know. But my thing is, okay, let's not just expose her, but let's kind of like buckle down, or I guess like be a bit more safe in choosing and picking who is part of the organization. So as Big Mad just said, you know, they ran a background check on him. They did a video chat. They checked out, okay, you know, that person is who they say they are. You know, this has to be taken extremely seriously, because guess what? You know, and I'm not saying this is happening. Look, you can record me right now and screen record this or whatever you want to do. I'm not saying that this has happened or is happening or will happen. But the worry part is, at least for me, is if that was easy for someone like that, okay, to finesse their way in, what about actual predators that actually are, you know, a bit smarter in that area, or know their way around technology a little bit more than what she did, and kind of like finesse their way into the predator poachers or any other predator catcher channel type of organization? That's the scary part. Not a regular person, but an actual predator, like finessing their way in and kind of like being sneaky like that. That's, to me, that's a little worried. Let's see. It's yeah. So outside from all this, I gotta say, like let's see. Catfishing wasn't the worst part, but I can't say anymore. Let's put that up here real quick. So here's the thing, guys. Another thing along with this, and I'm not gonna completely cut that topic off, but I noticed something kind of like heart-wrenching, all right, to my person. So, you know, I think it was today. Today I wake up, and as always, I'm checking my channel or whatever, because we're pushing for that not only 1,000 subscriber mark, but we're seeking to expand. We're seeking to grow as a YouTube channel family, as a content creator, all these things. And today I seen that the subscriber base dropped from, I think it was 730 something to like 706. And I'm like, okay, I don't want to assume, but I want to guess or assume that it was because yesterday I didn't cover this topic as fast as I should have or something like that. And I want to just let you guys know, okay? While this channel does dedicate most of its time to protecting or defending or supporting, better said, all these predator catching channels, you know, sometimes us creators need like a break here and there, the same way that the actual predator catchers and poachers need their break. Like Polo took a break, and it was well deserved. And I even told him through Instagram, I said, hey man, I completely support the break that you're taking, because especially for someone like you who was a former victim, it takes a toll on your mind. It takes a toll on, you know, your emotions and all this stuff. And we all need a break. So I completely support you. Take as long of a break as you want or need, and come back fresh, 110 and ready to go. So, no, I know. What I'm trying to say is, Richard, is, you know, I do my best to provide you guys with extra information on the side or my personal opinion, and I try to get the other predator poachers involved from time to time. Some of them come up on here every now and then, like Alex has been coming on here the last 2 streams, I think. And you know, I like to get a bigger picture of what's presented to us in these different streams, and kind of like work through the information together as a family. And I try to be that mediator or that person in between, trying to stay neutral, but obviously trying to support these people who are doing this predator catching thing and putting themselves on the line on a daily basis. Yeah, I do agree with that, Bill. It was just weird. It was just weird how, you know, out of nowhere like that, you know, the same way you're going up, and then out of nowhere you get hit with a low blow, boom, down like 20-something people. And it's all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not mad or upset or anything like that. But I just want to remind you guys that, you know, I do try my best to give you guys, you know, quality content, obviously, and always try to, you know, be one of the first ones in, you know, sharing the news or sharing like the streams with you guys, because I think Rami changed now and he's like keeping his streams up, but like private or unlisted or something like that. But you know, like I still try to be there as like a primary or secondary source of getting all this information and these streams. Hey, Alan, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Yeah. So back to the actual topic. All right. So what should be next with this Tory character? Because I'm aware that because I saw Rami's stream afterwards, obviously, and I saw how he was pretty much saying, hold on, Alex was paying for the daytime. Send her money. Cam, I'm gonna check on that later, man, because I know you're always trying to provide proof or share information, and I do appreciate that about you. I really do. But I gotta check the legitimacy of that, with all due respect, as I have to do with anybody who shares anything on here. I have to double and triple check the information from multiple sources and see, okay, this is legit, this is iffy, or this is not. So I'll check on that later. Just remind me. But I think I heard something about that yesterday while Rami was talking about it. Anyways, what should be done with this character known as Tori? You know, what should be the next steps taken to pretty much deal with her in the whole situation? Because I'm not part of the organization, so I don't know what goes on beyond the scenes and behind the curtain as far as like, you know, whatever, money and all this other stuff. What should be the actions taken from Alex or any other of the predator poachers concerning her, this character or this person faking to be Tori? I'm gonna check on the chat area and just take a sip of my monster real quick and let you guys answer that. And yes, it is invisible because it is the green one. So obviously the green screen and it's a green can, so it's gonna have that effect. I'm not drinking invisible drink. I'm just drinking regular Monster. Anyways, you know what I'm trying to say. Anyways, in the chat area, I want to hear you guys' opinions and feedback. What should be done about the person pretending to be Tory, who was a secretary for Predator Poachers up until a few days ago, because of the catfishing situation and all that good stuff. Let's see what you guys got, and then I'll get back to you after I, you know, take a sip of this real quick. I'm gonna be looking over here. So. That's funny, Alan. What you know what's funny? You just said that, and hand to God, I'm not even like lying, but I thought somehow she was like related to like Alex or his girlfriend or his wife, or I thought she was like someone really close to some of these like predator poachers. Let's see. Tori was flexing money sent to her from Alex on Instagram until Alex told her. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. But then of course I can't verify that right away because I'm guessing Tori already took down her account or whatever, or made it private. So that's not something I can see unless someone took a screenshot or screen record of before all this situation happened. So if anybody has that kind of like information, like saved on their phone for whatever reason, pictures or screen records of her flexing the money that Alex would give her on Instagram, that'd be greatly appreciated. Did she do anything other than hiding her real appearance? I'm not saying what she did wasn't wrong, but what else did she do? Well, okay, that in itself is really bad, only because it's not about, no one cares about the person's appearance, but it's the fact that she lied for this long and got away with it for this long. So that's why I was saying earlier that, you know, imagine if it was like an actual predator, the one catfishing, and pretty much lying for this long and being a part of the organization for this long and getting away with it. You know what I mean? So that wasn't Tori. No, it was Jacqueline. That was not Tori at all. Of course, the initial picture was not Tori. The other person that was on the last picture that I think Rami shared in the live stream, that's the actual Tori. I tried to invite her on Instagram live stream. She denied the request. Yeah, she's gonna deny. Listen, a person who's catfishing or faking who they are is always gonna have an excuse to not get on a live stream, not get on video chat, not want to meet in person, etc., etc., etc. So I mean that, and even Rami said it. He said, I had a feeling something was up with her because every time we had like a meeting amongst us predator poachers or whatever, and she would be on there but didn't want to show her face, it was like a big red flag. But this is the worst thing you could do in that situation. He assumed that someone else had seen her in person already, and I'm guessing everybody else thought the same thing about another predator poacher. I'm guessing or assuming that somebody else already seen her in person or video chat with her, so it's good. So the worst thing you could do, it was freaking assume, and not say, hey, amongst everybody, hey, we're all wondering, hey, when are you gonna show your face in a video chat? We're just curious, just wondering, because we're all showing our faces, and you're like the only one who's not showing their face. It's just weird. Hindsight 2020, yeah. Jacqueline, there's a picture. I'm not sure if he has it on his Instagram now or what, but there's a picture going around because apparently on one of the last streams that they were doing on a meeting, she forgot to block her camera like she always does, and she let it go on for a few seconds, enough for someone to actually take action and say, hold up, let me take a screenshot or a screen record of this, because who is that? That's not the same person on the pictures. Oh, Sunshine. Nice. Okay, let's see. Trust but verify, like we can say, and that's what we say at the airport too. Trust but verify, obviously. BL Baby Girl says, okay, I get that. I don't know if she did anything nefarious to their channels. Up until I'm aware of and looked into, because I've been pretty much going through all the predator catchers like IGs and YouTube channels just to double check if something has been done to kind of like whatever, what's the word? Sabotage. Oh God, the word almost left me. Sabotage their channels. And I'm not sure that she has done something like that, but maybe she's done something like on the financial side. I'm not sure. Okay. Let's see what Alex Workman is saying here. He said, by the way, I didn't come onto your last stream because I didn't feel like waiting in the stream until you were ready for the topic. It's dead news now. Anyways, now you were. Okay. All right. Fair enough. And I'm okay with that, bro. Like, I didn't want to make that the main topic because I did want to explain other stuff that was going on. Obviously, I had not been streaming the week before that stream, and I just kind of wanted to get some stuff off my chest before getting to that serious topic. But, like you just said, it's kind of like irrelevant now, so it is what it is. So I'm saying here right now, I'm calling for – I'm not saying Alex Workman had something like he's not throwing shade at me per se, and I don't think he has beef with me personally. But in general, I'm calling a truce, like from my part, or from any on behalf of any other person involved in this whole predator poacher. I don't want to say drama because it's not drama anymore, but situation. So a truce between Alex and me, and on behalf of anybody else who has beef with Alex. You know what I'm saying? Let's squash it, move forward with the actual important things that are upcoming. Let's see. Oh yeah. You know what? All right. So let's see. Sunshine saying she's gonna share the screenshots with me. So I'm gonna switch over to my other Instagram account because I have a personal account and I have the actual your boy JDQ account. So let's see. Sunshine, when you can, just send that to me through Instagram and I'll show it on here on the stream. Did she do anything wrong? Like I said, I'm not 100% sure that that's all she did. That's something that we're waiting for other predator poachers to come forth and talk about. Sunshine on a cloudy day. I'm confused. What is the relevance of your channel? To talk about this channel, Mr. or Mrs. Let's talk about it, is, I guess, in a way, backup channel for some of these predator poacher channels. Like sometimes I will post recordings or live streams that they do, but for whatever reason they'll take down, erase, or whatever. I would provide like a secondary chance to see those streams, and of course talk about the topics that they all pretty much are involved with. So I have the picture that she's I don't know if you guys can see this, but okay, hold on. If y'all can't see it right away, just like let me know, because this is like not the best lighting to share pictures on. I think that looks kind of better-ish. And then there's more pictures. Hold on. So that's the actual Tori from Predator Poachers. And this is the one that she was like pretty much pretending to be, the person she was pretending to be. It's kind of hard to like put this like on the webcam area. I don't know if you guys can see that. But anyways, pretty much the one in the first picture is the real Tori, and the one in the other pictures is a fake one. What she does. And who knows, man? Like, it's just weird. Why would you even like catfish to get inside someone's organization? That's just weird. Alex says, I swear on everything, it wasn't me, bro, so you can understand why I question Rami's credibility. Listen, man, like I said, I don't blindly follow or defend anybody. I just pretty much, if they treat me right and they're transparent with me personally, is hard for me to like, not defend them or attack them. You know what I mean? So I got no problem with you, Alex Workman, at all. If anything, I see you as a brother or a fellow like supporter of these predator catching channels. Oh wow, yep. So yeah, thank you, Sunshine, for the pictures. I tried to share all of them, but I don't know how you guys are seeing them on the other side. I don't know if you can see them well or not. So, but I shared like the two main ones, like the one that who she really is, and of course the ones that she pretended to be. Sam says, "What up? What's going on, Sam? What's going on, Sam?" So we're just talking about Tori from Predator Poachers. My question to you guys right now is, what actions should be taken pretty much towards her, like towards a real Tori from Predator Poachers? Like, should she be confronted? Should they do like a confront video? You know what I'm saying? Like a live stream? Should Alex kind of be like, you know what? Let's meet this actual Tori person, in person, and let's see what she was doing what she was doing, or should they take like a different approach? Because I would personally prefer somebody to confront her in person and record it or have like a live stream on it. I think live stream would be better because it'll give. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Alex wants me to read his comments. Okay, so Alex says he used his following to attack me, doxed me, made a half-hour-long video about me, and he refused to squash the beef with me like a man because he loves drama, even though he claims he doesn't. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. And I think I saw the stream that Rami was making about you, Alex, where he was like, "Yo, I want you guys to go to his Instagram and, you know, message him how, you know, like crappy he is and blah, blah, blah. I think I saw that stream. So I understand that from that point of view, like why you would feel like, you know, attacked by him and all that, and makes sense. And I'm with you on that 100%. I back you up there, right there. Let's see. Yeah, he was obsessed with me for days, man. And yeah, that is true, bro. That is true. I'll give you that one, Workman. But this is not to defend him, but I guess trying to look at it from a general aspect. When you see someone who was, I guess, in a way associated with somebody else who sabotaged you or your channel or whatever that you're working on, you kind of see them as equally as big of an enemy. So I think that's also the reason why he attacked you the way he did and all that. I'm not saying it was right, because I'm not saying, you know, that part when he did that, that was completely wrong, and I'm not for that. And if he were to ask me whatever through DMs, like, oh, you know, I would tell him, like, I didn't agree with how you handled that specific situation. You know, no one deserves to be DM'd a bunch of crap and attacked verbally and through text or whatever. That's really messed up, and I'm not for that, and I don't support it, and I don't condone it. So, you know, in that aspect, you know, I feel bad for you, bro. Like that should have never happened. But at least right here, right now, I'm telling you, water under the bridge. Let's kind of like keep supporting the channels that need our support and move forward. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty much done with the drama between Rami and Alex. So I support both for what they do for the community and won't let the personal differences affect me because they have nothing to do with me. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Eric, I've seen that too, bro. And that's really messed up. But listen, guys, and I've said this before a few times already. When we get to this channel, when we get to my channel, and I'm not saying anybody is doing this or, you know, but let's try to remember every time we get on one of these streams, let's look at it as a not an A&A meeting, because but let's look at it as like a place where we can like pretty much like relax and enjoy talking about content that is worthy to be talked about. You know what I'm saying? Like the Tory situation is something that is like completely out of left field and off the wall and should be addressed. Why? Because people like this, I mean, it's so easy for them to manipulate other people, because it's so easy for them to fake that there's somebody else and get what they want. So let's see. Trying to ruin someone's life over YouTube comments, and he's acting like I'm the one that took the L. All right, so I think we got Alex on here. Yeah. So anyways, speaking of talking about things that actually matter, let's see. Cam says, well, what up, Alex? What's going on, bro? Tori was in charge of signing up new members that wanted to be poachers. Alex made her in charge just based off her pick. Alex admitted to paying her after the Instagram photo. Did you read my? Sam wants me to read the message that he posted last. Yeah, I read that earlier. Yeah. And that's the thing, guys. I don't want this channel to be another channel to kind of like keep the drama going. That's not what this channel is intended for. This is actually a channel, hopefully, for squashing beef and squashing drama and just moving forward with the actual support of these channels.